WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No, what you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I B done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off for work.
You're cool.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Steve Stanton.
Let's reminisce, yeah. Woo. See, I remember the first day we met, a Thursday night at the club I'll never forget. Do you remember the words that I said? One night in my bed you'll never regret. And you, with your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back. I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on the beach, playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets? And now we're taking flights from London to Belize, and we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Yeah. To the day that we first met, let's throw back. I really wanna know. Let's throw back. Let's go back. Let's throw back. Let's go. I wanna throw back. Oh, come on now. We were making love to the first time we let's reminisce of the whip. We were making love. Come on now. Let's throw back. Oh, all I wanna do is throw it back. That's all I wanna do. Come on now. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Let's throw back, everybody. Let's throw back. If you love somebody, let's throw back. Talk about the love. Let's throw back. Let's throw. I wanna throw back. Reminisce on how it used to be. Oh yeah. Mother,
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in today. Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, 'cause only love can conquer hate. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines, picket signs, don't punish me. Brutality, talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. I want to know what's going on.
WIIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show on a Tuesday. That's right. Blowing up on a Tuesday. On the morning show on a Tuesday. Blowing up. Hey, man. I told you, man, I was feeling this song when I went to on vacation. Then they put the video up. And I was like, hold up. I've been running around here blowing up on a Tuesday. And it's like, he is black. He
Canadian.
Okay, see? Now you know what you know what that means.
Told you that, Ruthie.
You know what that means when they caught if see, hold on. Yeah, so check this out.
He's
Let's
mixed,
check this out.
But he is a black. He's black though. He's African and
He's African Canadian?
He's African
Canadian?
That does.
I mean, you got me. He's African Canadian? What is he? All right, so look, I got y'all almost got me this morning. I'm $9 in. I only got a couple singles. I really don't want to bust the 20. Because you know, when you ever get change for a 20 and you know the 20 gone? Once you get the change for the 20 is gone. So I'm trying. Okay, I'm on my. Y'all did not give me. I'm on a clear diet today. Yesterday, y'all got me 9 times. I was trying to avoid, Ruthie, saying the clear. So, I mean, it's like, this. See, and I got myself yesterday. Riis got me on the way out the door. He tricked me. I was out. I was in, and they got me twice in the last, 3 minutes. So I'm trying to avoid hurting anyone's feelings. So I am right now avoiding saying the word vanilla. And so today we will be doing an exercise in thesaurian practice, as I will use every derivative of the absent without color word without saying the word. And just a test of my vocabulary lingual skill. I don't want to say bilingual skills because the next thing y'all be. You think I could do? This is what we're going to do. We're going to see how far I can get without mentioning. I'm going to see if there could be a race. Could I do a race-free show? Is there a possibility for me to do a show without saying everything I want to say without ever mentioning a race and everybody being clear? And not when I say clear, I don't mean melanin deficient. I mean understanding. So anyway, y'all got me for $9 yesterday. It's in the pool. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I brought this.
Where does the pool go to?
The week. Where does the pool go to?
Are you gonna give it to a
charity?
Charity, yeah. You're gonna give it to.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about the charity. Look, I'm trying to call my attorney now to start a 501c3, so I could have it I could do it like the how to I ain't gonna even tell you. See, it's okay. It's all right. I'm just trying to make it through the day. All right, y'all. This is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my man DJ. Oh, let me back up. So first of all, I was gonna say yesterday y'all had me thrown off. So look, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I got my girl Ruthie Moore. Ruthie Moore, how you feeling this morning?
Wonderful.
Uh-oh.
Lovely on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. You ain't blowing up? On a Tuesday. In the club. On a Tuesday.
You need to just listen
blowing
to that
up.
song. Just listen to the song, man.
I did. It say blowing up. On a Tuesday.
No, it don't.
In the club. On a Tuesday. Blowing up. I be rocking it out. My kids be like, let's go, Dad. I be like, I got it. I think they be trying. They kind of be looking at me. They kind of looking at you kind of like you doing.
I mean, it's just not the lyrics.
What's the words? Blowing up on a Tuesday.
We got the club going up on a Tuesday.
Blowing up.
Got your girl in the club and she choosing.
That's what they say?
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
That don't sound right. I like my better version.
We do too, but the real one is
blowing up. That sounds much better than going up.
But every time I hear that, that's all I think about.
Blowing up. Blowing up. Boom! I'm like a bomb in this mud. What y'all talking about? Blowing up on a Tuesday. I got the remix then. How about that? Blowing up on a Tuesday. Ruthie's feeling wonderful.
And I just looked up the lyrics.
Blowing up. See,
it's about selling drugs. He say, working Monday night on a corner flipping hard, made at least $3,000 on the boulevard.
In Canada. In Canada. They be outside working the pack in Canada.
Maze, actually, this song is about selling drugs in the club. Possibly
on a Tuesday.
Molly. Like that's
that. See this.
These. That's crazy how they disguise it and they had everybody talking going up
on a Tuesday, blowing up, not going.
Up.
This the remix. See, this is what y'all get for letting Drake be y'all. This is your king.
No, this ain't Drake. Drake just hop on to stuff.
But like, that's Drake. That's the Drake. That's that.
No, Drake don't get credit for this. Like Drake hop on to waves. You ever
I thought he
that?
made. No, really, I don't pay any attention.
I Love Mokina was a wave, and Drake hopped on it.
What's
surfed
Mokina?
It, hopped off, and kicked the man to the
that dude.
Yeah, that's his real name.
Oh, I thought it was one of his artists, and he just, you know, you put your boy on.
Drake hops onto waves. He did it to Migos, Lil Baby. Now he doing it with house music.
See, that's what y'all. That's what happened when y'all let Eminem be the king. See, y'all ones around here naming Eminem y'all king.
Y'all.
You see, should have stuck with Jay. Hov would have never let this happen.
Jigga Kelly not guilty.
Jay was not guilty.
No, him or Jigga, right? Him or Kelly.
No, you saw he disbanded. He did just like Jay-Z jumped off the R. Kelly train before everybody. He was like, I'm out of here.
He pepper sprayed that man.
That was Ty. Ty was like, I got to take this for the cheap. That Brittany Griner should have learned from Ty. Jay-Z should have a class that says, this is how you operate. I bet you he taught LeBron the class.
Who?
Jay-Z. I bet you if LeBron was flying through Russia, I bet you Jay-Z class would have been like, you carry nothing.
I bet you would too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Meanwhile. Anyway. All right. So that's Ruthie Moore. She in the building.
She got a medical prescription.
In America. In America.
She forgot. She puffed it and forgot. They was in there.
She gonna learn today. She's remembering that.
Free Brittany Griner.
I'm with it too. Let her out. I'm down. I want her to be free. But it's looking kind of.
This would never happen if they would pay WNBA players domestically. They wouldn't have to go international to these dangerous territories.
If they sold some tickets, Riis.
It ain't about the ticket sales.
Hey, Ruthie, I can tell you, I can pay you $100 an hour.
Okay.
But if I don't got $100, and if we don't bring in enough money to pay you $100 an hour,
just take it off
the top.
Off the top of what?
Off the top.
Who pays the? There are no WNBA. There are no WNBA.
The NBA needs to subsidize not just the WNBA but their salaries. That's what needs to happen. Wealth redistribution in the NBA.
So now
the owners need to be making less and then pay the WNBA players.
But the owners need to be not the
owners,
players.
Not the players, the owners.
I was going to say. Then that's like, I don't know.
Hold on.
That's a double.
So nobody comes to see you play, and I should pay you more because nobody wants to. So I should pay for an empty.
It ain't gotta be egregious.
Okay, she makes $100,000 a year to play basketball.
$100,000 for all the WNBA players. That's it. That's nothing. That's a drop in the bucket.
To who?
That should be the minimum to every
They don't
WNBA
make that
player.
in TV rights. That is a charity. That is not a business. That is a charity.
And then that's what I'm saying. The NBA needs to subsidize. They can get away the tickets for free. But the owners should be paying. So Brittany Griner ain't got to go to Russia. I know you don't like it.
Okay, sell some tickets. Again, anybody here got a season ticket to the Chicago Sky? Anybody buying any tickets to the Chicago Sky? Yeah, of course.
Cold,
right. They cold.
I'm telling you, they are very nice to watch. And they pretty good. They're the number one team in the NBA. And we
how many sellouts have they had this year at the College Arena? It costs more to turn on the lights at the United Center.
Okay, so why does it cost more to turn on the lights? Because everybody got to get paid and everybody got to get a cut.
Right, but they
So
bring
like
commiserate
it,
cut.
Like it just you flick on the lights and it's happened. No, it's because people are getting paid at every point. Pay them people. They are really good. That's the problem with America.
Okay, you turn on the lights. So I think we should put everybody with a dream should just be able to walk it, turn on the lights for the United States.
If they made it into the WNBA, the minimum $100K.
Then here's what I say. Give them a minimum $100K, cut the expenses. I pay them, but they got to play in a high school gym. They got to play in a capacity. I'll pay you, but I'm not going to take all the expenses. I'm not finna hire Andy Frame to cover 3 levels of people. I'm not going to turn on $13,000 worth of lights for you to have 16 people there. So I'm down for paying you $100,000, but we got to scale it down. We got to cut costs somewhere. So I'm happy.
Cut costs at the top with the corporate profits.
Don't put them in the suite. No, there will be no. You could play.
Every owner, you don't get your round in the era this year. Now pay the people. It's really that simple. And that's the problem with wealth redistribution. Nobody want to give it up, but we ain't gonna never right America if people don't believe in wealth redistribution. Everybody like, yeah, but not mine. That's why white people ain't gonna never give us reparations.
You don't gotta put $1 in. I'm gonna tell you what. Well, I'm here to tell you. If we gonna, this is not the person. You want to be a socialist. We don't want to.
$100K.
If you bring in $20K, I should pay you $100. Why? Because
What's your profit?
Why you in my pocket?
See, that's what I'm saying. It has to be at the top. That's why the Great Resignation happened. That's why all these people forming these unions, because corporate profits are at an all-time high. That's why the airline industry sucks right now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
And people don't want to work.
That's why
nobody wants to work in these conditions.
The people want to fly.
They got 4 players on the Chicago Sky team that don't even make $9,000.
Do you say how much the highest paid ones are?
Yeah.
Candace Parker. So Candace Parker
Candace Parker's second on our
How much she make?
$195,000.
So Candace should take $95,000 of that.
That's wild.
Right? $95,000 of it. Cause again,
Candace Parker,
luckily the richest, ain't she one of the richest players in the, so if we gonna all wealth redistribute,
she got
everybody,
other deals. She has other deals to supplement her income.
Not big ones.
Yes, she do.
Okay.
That's why she has other deals to supplement her income. Brittany Griner ain't commentating.
I'm just saying.
Brittany Griner ain't sitting next to Shaq and them.
Right. Well, that's where she making her money though.
That's what I'm telling
now,
you.
Okay, so then Brittany Griner should be a commentator.
It's shameful the amount that they get paid.
It's shameful the tickets they sell. It is. I'm just saying. How many women go to WNBA games? Are they sold out? Is it packed out with women?
It's not a women thing. It's a people
mixed.
thing.
It's mixed.
Is it sold out, Riis?
Almost.
Just because they world champ. Okay, all right. I say I'm down. Whatever they make, split it up. Whatever they bring into the arena, chop it. I'm like, do like we used to do at the parties. Chop it up every night. Sell your tickets. You can eat good. Tell your fan base, come support you. Buy your jersey. Give me a piece of you should get a piece of everything you bring in. Everything you bring in. But I keep thinking people want to make withdrawals without making deposits. And the bank don't stay the bank.
They have jobs.
Right, exactly.
They have jobs. That's a problem. People don't want to compensate people for the work that they do.
Got to put a value on it. That's not work. That's basketball.
That's why the Great Resignation is happening. That's why unions are forming. Because of that mentality. Corporate profits have soared.
Well, I don't have corporate profits. And I'm going to just say like this. I think that everybody feels like, I think we have a different idea of what business and social work is. Now, I'm going to tell you, if they was teachers and you was telling me that, that'd be a whole different story. Now, I think we should free Brittany Griner. I do. I really do. I don't think anybody should be locked up for cannabis anywhere in the world. But I must be clear that if you are going to operate a business, not a social service agency, somebody has to say, this is how we're going to make money. The WNBA still does not make money. It was created to create a space for women to showcase their skills. That in the 20 years that it's been in existence, has it ever made a profit? Has it ever made its value? Have they ever gotten more back? No, you are putting it out as part of the equitable solution.
Okay, fund it then.
They are funding it.
No, fund it then. $100K minimum for each player.
Okay, I'm with you.
That's why it's separate but unequal. We've been there before.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I think we've been to socialism too. We have work for free too. I think, man, let me tell you, if my job don't pay what it's supposed to pay, guess what I got to do? I either got to earn more money or find me another job. But I think if you are saying that I want you to finance my dream, but my dream does not equal my pay, I know I'm from a different era, so I'm gonna just let this
capitalist.
go. Man, it's like, yeah, I can agree with that. I am a compassionate capitalist.
No.
Yes.
No.
100%.
No.
Yes.
No.
100%.
No.
Man.
You a capitalist.
I'm with it. Okay. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I am the capitalist pig of the century. I will take it. I think you got to earn it to spend it, though. So you can't have it both ways. Let's go to DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling today?
Blessed by the best, looking for one of them Ruthie $100K checks.
Oh, God.
Join the WNBA.
Yeah, don't join the WNBA.
The one man, huh?
Get a career that will afford your lifestyle.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
No, not really. I think
same mentality, man.
It's not the same mentality. It's not pull yourself up by the bootstraps, because I think
get a better job. You sound like you sound just like the people that was talking when all these people was making $5 an hour working at McDonald's. Get a better job, and then when they get a better job, nobody wants to work. No, pay people, compensate people in a fair way. $100K minimum for WNBA. I agree with you about the teachers. That's a whole different conversation. But in this case, I'm looking at the NBA in context to the WNBA, and they can pay them $100K minimum.
Is it the same ownership?
If it's owned by the NBA, ain't it all the same?
No. Each team is funded. Each team has an ownership group. So the owners of the Bulls are not the same owners of the Sky. Now, sometimes they invest, and part of what the NBA did was say, because we want to provide equity, what we are going to do is we are going to subsidize them in these stadiums that they can't fill up. But there has to be a person. So just like in Chicago, John Rogers and another group of owners owns the Chicago Sky. They say if we're going to survive, we have to pay a fee, just like the Bulls have to pay the United Center a fee for every game. They have to say, now, for every game, I got to add my TV rights, I got to add my ticket sales, I got to add concessions. All of that adds up to a number that comes up for each game to be profitable. Same thing happens in the WNBA. So let's just say for the Chicago Sky, they play at the Wintrust Arena because the fee to turn on the lights at the United Center is $23,000, period. Like, no matter who it is. And at the end of the day, when they have to count their nickels at the end of the day, they say, am I going to pay $23,000 to turn on the lights? Or am I going to pay $10,000 to turn on the lights and then be able to redistribute that wealth to my 9,000 to my 100-something thousand players? I just think it's not the WNBA. It's every team is an individual entity, and they operate as part of an association that gives the rights of governance to a commissioner. But each one of the teams is responsible for their own profit beyond the negotiated league share. So if there is no TV rights deal, the reason the NBA is so profitable is because millions of people watch the teams and they get a TV deal across the whole country that gives every team, even the crappiest teams in the smallest markets, a piece of the pie, right? That's the TV deal. They don't have a TV deal that allows them to redistribute. So John Rogers, at the end of the day, has to say, how much money am I taking out of my personal pocket or out of my entities if it doesn't make it that I got to pay? And it's just weird. It's not just a big pot of money that everybody gets to pick out of. And WNBA is separate from the NBA, although it is authorized. But man, that's a whole nother conversation about, and I will have a wealth distribution conversation, but I think it's got to be based in like the actual, not kind of how we think it is per se. But it's all perception. So you got your perception, I got mine. No reason to be upset about it. It's just difference of opinions. I'll stay my capitalist pig. You be the socialist, and we'll figure out a space in the middle. So with that in mind, let's do it. DJ Riis the Ruler, let's get this soul plane up to 60,000 feet. We are up, and away. Speaking of wealth distribution, do you hear your... Oh, let me back up. I did not say happy birthday yesterday. We missed Brother Anthony Muhammad. Now, I don't know if I saw him. Something's not working, and we're not getting the comments on my screen in here. But happy birthday to Brother Anthony Muhammad, one of our most loyal supporters. Maybe, I think I saw him with a 5-year badge, right? So shout out to Brother Anthony Muhammad. We go all the way back. I told you I knew him when he was Tony Rome, and I'm super proud of everything that he's done. All right. Dome, Soldier Field. Are we barking up the wrong tree? The mayor wants to spend $2.2 billion to put a dome on Soldier Field, even though the Bears have already said, we up out of here. What you think? 2.2 billion? Do you think it's just a Hail Mary? Should we be trying to do this? Should we go all out to save the Bears, or should we even try and get another team?
We had this conversation a long time ago about how it's a point of pride to play with no dome in Chicago and be exposed to the elements, but how that is limiting to the revenue that people want to generate. It seems like the mayor is embarking on these big projects. I think Soldier Field does need a dome. If you want to bring in other things other than the gritty Bears, but $2 billion? Nah, not right now. I maybe table it for about 20 years or something. If the Bears want to leave, we'll drive up the road to see them if you want to, but $2 billion?
So let's save that, because I think I'm in the same space, but I think there's a lot more into that story. I was reading it, and then I realized it's tied to a lot more development and a lot more infrastructure. Did you know it was a $6.5 billion bond that this same guy that's developing this tried to slide through in Springfield this past year without any approval? So he would have got $6.5 billion to do it. Our boy Cam caught up to it. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. Did y'all see the tragic story of, how you say that? Daniela Rainey, the former Marshall State champion who was shot in her driveway, pulled into her driveway, got out of the car, was shot. A man pulled up behind her, shot her 3 times in the back. As her mom pulled up, her mom was pulling up behind her to see her daughter murdered. Now, my thing is, and I'm not a police detective or anything, but I just don't know that you shoot somebody 3 times in the back in their driveway and don't know, and it was random, right? And so my thing is, somebody knows what's up. Somebody's got to say something. That is crazy. I cannot imagine the pain and suffering. Like, can you imagine pulling into your driveway, your mom, you getting out your car, your mom is coming up right behind. Look, y'all, we got to have some sort of rules to the game or something. I don't know, but please pray for that family, because that was unbelievable. We talked about this last week. I think we got the number wrong. I hope Tamiko can call us. But did you see 17 people got walked out of CHA yesterday? PPP.
Yeah, I've been following the CHA story. They popping the residents and the employees.
Yes, I think the employees give them cover for popping the residents. And I think I learned a bunch of stuff about this last week. So hopefully Tamiko will wake up and call us. If she ain't, I'm sure she's already working. Call us at approximately 7:15, and I want to talk a little bit about that, because I think there's something in there that we need to be paying attention to. Check this out. 66 people shot this weekend. 66. That's a lot. They said it was concentrated on the west side. There was a lot going on. Remember I told y'all something was cracking? It's cracking for real, Riis. I woke up yesterday. Carrie said she hit the floor last. Remember I told you we woke up to the gunfire, and it was like it felt like it was right in my house? She said she was downstairs. She said she jumped on the floor. She ordinarily we be running to the window to see what we could see. Man, she said it sounded so close. She was on the floor. She was on the ground on the couch crawling around. That was military grade. Did you see Alderman Martin wants to do publicly funded elections? I think that's interesting. I've heard that, but it kind of sounds what do you call it? Socialistic to me, but I'm starting to feel like we need to do something along those lines though, because these billionaires and millionaires, like nobody's ever going to get a chance. Like even with the fact that they're now financing all of these elections, like they done got so far out of control that Democrats are financing Republican elections. So we gotta figure something out in that space. Bears mini camp starts today, right? Riis, where's the camp at? It ain't in Bourbonnais no more. It's not. They left, right? Where did they go? I used to like when the Bears camp was in Bourbonnais, like at Olivet. But where's the Bears camp now? Did they go back to Lake Forest? Man, Bears be cheap, man. You see the Dallas Cowboys be like, we're going to Palm Beach. When does Hard Knocks start? It's about time for Hard Knocks to start. Who's the team they featuring this year? I love Hard Knocks.
They do it on like HBO Max or something. It don't come on like it used to come on like TV. You know that, right?
Well, I watched it always on HBO, but it's on HBO Max only now.
It's not on TV now. It's something weird.
I feel like it's fake now too.
It was, huh?
I feel like it's fake now.
Now because people be fake.
It was like that last year.
Yeah. People be doing it for the Hard Knock now versus it being a look inside of what really happens. Now I think they just really playing to the cameras.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you on that. Like when it first used to come on,
it was like,
damn!
Ooh.
You would be like, is he gonna make it? And then it'd be like he got cut. Like and they'd be.
But now I'd be like, they bogus for how they did this for the content.
Okay, that's a good point.
I like that.
That's but Hard Knocks was like, and inside the NFL is blown. It sucks now too. Like they
it's also like watered down and
yes,
it's like is this for publicity?
I thought you was out the football.
But I'm still in the know.
You be one of them people that be like, I'm not watching.
She be watching the highlights on her phone.
I really don't watch football, but I try to keep up with like, the pop culture aspect of it.
Hard Knocks, man. My favorite was when it was the Cowboys though. I know Jerry Jones racist mug dag, but Jerry Jones be like, I got it and I'm finna fly it. Have you seen Jerry Jones' helicopter? I was reading the Rob report. You look inside this dude's helicopter. Okay, I'm not even gonna talk about that. I'm gonna just let it go. Monkeypox. I told y'all yesterday I had a bump on my arm, I almost crashed. I was monkeypox. But you know where they say the monkeypox hotspot is?
Where?
In the
Atlanta. I saw that.
And you know about what they saying.
I mean that.
So, but here's my thing. I don't understand if it's not sexually transmitted.
But it is though. How is it not?
Okay, I don't know. Hey man, I don't be asking.
I'm trying to listen. This is the problem.
That's what I was saying.
The differing opinions of the World Health Organization versus the CDC. Y'all literally killing us. Like, come on now. Like, make up your mind. Is it airborne? Is it skin to skin? Maze, I seen something that said it's close face to face. Ain't that airborne? Maze, I promise you, I looked up the symptoms because I said if I get monkeypox, I want to know in the beginning. I don't want to wait till the bumps come. I want to know what the first thing. So it's flu-like. And I said, well, how can you get this? It's skin to skin, right? It's close contact in the face. So ain't that airborne?
Sound like it.
Okay. So you said sound like it.
Hey man, but then they say it's growing in the.
I don't know.
And then they say Atlanta, right? So the first thing that comes to my mind is Atlanta. And then I feel like from Atlanta, it's going everywhere to us.
Well, as people try to mirror this with the HIV/AIDS epidemic, that is kind of the connections that I'm seeing to people being like, hey, we need some help with this because this is mirroring this that happened. And I believe I think it's like 70 or 80% of black women contracted HIV/AIDS from bisexual black men. And so I'm concerned about, how this impacts people. So
yeah, for all y'all going to Atlanta for the weekend, just telling you. And I think the other part of that is the part that I feel like when you're saying that part, it becomes the lack of concern because of the population. And then all of a sudden you go from what you're saying to black women being the largest population with it because of that. Mm-hmm. And man, Joe,
I mean,
you forgot to go. Ooh, you supposed to have one.
But I'm also sensing an inability to have real conversations about monkeypox, just because of the connection to the LGBTQ plus community. And so I don't know if that's good for stopping the spread, is the stigma of not just having it, but also being able to talk about it.
Man. And then it'd be the craziest part because Dr. R would be like, we're going to, because they don't got enough vaccines, they'd be like, we're going to employ the ring strategy. So if you are and they go through this whole list and everything on the list be like, oh yeah? Mm-hmm. But then if you say it out loud, like if I talk about this for real.
I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like hitting the populations that are most impacted by it, which is...
Yes, it starts with men who...
Yeah, it's like MSM. I believe that's how they code
yes,
that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then, but if you say... So my thing is, what is the relevance of that if it's not a STD?
I think it's an STD plus. If that, because everything is like super heightened. So not only is it transmitted through the S, but you can also get it through a hug, the air, close contact, sharing gym towels.
It's premium.
Why you share gym towel?
I'm saying like that's why like in those like bathhouses and places where where skin to skin contact
they
happen,
still do that.
Yes, that's why they blowing like saying, "Hey, y'all, be careful, get the vaccine if you frequent these types of places." But I'm trying to tell you, like, the gym, wipe off your gym equipment, like, because if it's we living in a world like we actually like are down bad like right now in society. Like we down bad globally.
I feel like if we was allowed to talk about the Bible, I'd be like, it's a lot of plagues floating around this mug right now, Joe. But, we can't really say that. All right, we going to talk about, we missed this the other day, but we going to have to talk about it now, because did y'all see the Brooklyn pastor? Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. For real, y'all robbed the pastor on the live stream. Get on the floor! During the live stream, Joe. But then when I heard he had on $100,000 worth of jewelry, I was like, red flag.
He was known as the bling bling pastor.
Oh, well, he bling bling. Everybody come around the town bling bling.
You know what? When I saw the video, I was thinking I was like, how many members he got up in there? And this looked like a tax shelter. And I seen the outside of the building. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with us.
I think it's the new virtual church.
It's not the new virtual church. It's the new, I'm writing these things off, so I need to have this virtual service every week.
Dang, you just putting people on blood. That's what that was? I was like, that's fresh. I was thinking I could give me a backdrop and preach every Sunday. I bet y'all could give me an offering.
How you a multimillionaire, but that look like that?
Hey, man. Thrifty. He pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
It's sad, honestly.
That dude was like, look, I'm telling you, that is...
Nobody deserved to be robbed, like, at all.
Did he?
So I'm like, we ain't seen it. We this type of stuff we see in Africa. That's what I always see them happen at them African churches.
They rob African churches?
They be looking just like that. Like, with the little backdrops and, like, 10, 15 people up in there. And that's exactly how it looked like the way they be live streaming. So it was just weird. I thought, I was like, is this Africa? So like they got these videos of these, African goons running up in the African churches.
Really?
That's what I got to stay. What I thought says.
I have to stay off. I got to start either looking. I'm glad I stay off. They be robbing pastors from Africa on the internet. I got to check that out.
Yes, because it's very This pastor is
Hey man, now I feel like the ones that they be walking around and they be talking about let me have sex with your wife to get you. That's the ones that need to be getting whooped up on. Now I seen a video like that and I was like, are y'all serious? That religious, like people just want something to believe in some days. I just am convinced they just do. All right, y'all. And then so we're gonna talk about that because between that and Kim Burrell, I gotta find out what the red flags are. And finally, moving on up and out. Did you see the study that says that millennials stay put for the most part? That they typically, like 2/3 of millennials move within the same area that they grew up, and about 80% of them live within 100 miles of where they go. And they were talking about, I think, what did they call it that I saw? The economic circle of the radius of economic opportunity. That jumped out to me. So we're going to talk about it all, but what we're going to do is take a quick break. I know we don't, it's all right, Riis. It's okay. I seen your face. We're going to take a quick break. We got to say what's up to the Saints, so you can go ahead and make it a short break, and then we'll come on back. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest Black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion has to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, and I want He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:54 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. As we head over to the sports, the Chicago Cubs looking to stay hot since the All-Star break as they get it done against the Pirates 3-2, and they make that 5 in a row, 4 since the break. It's the battle of first place tonight in the WNBA as the Chicago Sky take on the Las Vegas Aces. Watch that. Support the Sky on Prime Video. Let's head over to traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop. We'll be 20 minutes outbound, so O'Hare will be 17 on the Edens. From Deerfield to the exchange back will be 28 minutes. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 40 minutes, 28 minutes to Thorndale. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes. Outbound will be 33. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 27 minutes. Outbound will be 30. The Dan Ryan will be 18 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South will be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. Today's weather, it is currently 68 and sunny. Today will be a high of 80 with a low of 66. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Tuesday. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around. God's gonna turn it around.
are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, plus my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, on the ones and twos, y'all. This is the time for the Maze Jackson Show. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to do me a favor. First of all, before I say what's up to the Saints, I'm going to ask you if you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, take a moment and share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. We got to grow. If we're going to grow, we need you to do your part. Share the broadcast. Now, let me start by saying what's up. Well, I can't say start. Let me also say what's up to the Saints of WBGX. That's right, WBGX 1570 AM, Big Gospel Express. Catch us every day from 6:30 to 8 on WBGX. That's 1570 AM. You can give us a call at 872-259-7474, 872-259-7474. Now, you know I got to say what's up to the sinners. The sinners, they get us here every day at 6 o'clock and they stay till 9. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's right. This is the Maze Jackson Show, and you too can call us at 872-259-7474. Let me also say, very shortly, very soon, be on the lookout for the calendar link. Set up your tour to come to Obsidian. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I turned Ruthie's screen into a movie page. Not a page. It's like it's a living slideshow. Every time you look around, it be something else. That, my friends, is the outdoor cigar patio. We grew some grass on the concrete. Grew some grass on the concrete. So when you come, when Mario Andretti be coming with them old big, what y'all call them, stick stogies. Y'all grab y'all a big old comfy chair, sit out, look at the cars as they drive by. I'm gonna tell y'all, I had my flip-flops on yesterday. Ugh. Started to go barefoot in the grass on y'all. They say concrete in the jungle. Oh no, not concrete in the jungle. I grew grass in the jungle. So y'all, man, get ready, cause Obsidian, it is Chicago's premier private members only club. Rates from $50 to $200 a month. But you'll have a place to be. I don't know if y'all been seeing. I've been pretty proud of my little artistic design. You see them Illini chairs? That's for when we have Illini games, because you know everybody wants to watch the Fighting Illini. Or you could call them the Bears chairs on Sunday. All right? So y'all make sure y'all get y'all schedule a tour. Don't forget we got Taco Tuesday. We got karaoke and comedy. Plus preseason. Riis, I think we might even throw a preseason game up in that bad boy. Preseason. What's the matter, man? Oh, I forgot. I can't even let you come. You jinxed us. Between you and Devin, y'all two, man. Riis, you jinxed us last year. Remember this? This moment right here doomed our season, Riis. It's okay, though. We're going to be all right, though. Go Bears. Preseason starts today. All right. Don't forget the car show, August 6th. Tanya Robinson said, Maze, everybody want to know how to get their cars in. I promise you today the site will be launched. It is $25 registration free to put your car in, but $250 plus a trophy to the winner. Plus you can have all your friends come out and vote. Now it's open to the public. So you ain't got to pay to come see, but you put your car in because you want to win the cash prize. I think my car going to win. I don't think I get a vote, though. Then don't forget there's going to be power votes and all type of stuff going on. So do not miss that. Be on the lookout. That will be on the Obsidian page as well as my page as well. All right.
Can you get in people cars at car shows?
Depend on the owner and what you're wearing.
What's the etiquette? Don't touch it. Just look at it.
Yeah, don't touch them. You know, they tell you, though. You know, Ruthie, I'm sure you come. They going to be like, would you like to get in? You want to go for a ride?
But ain't you supposed to, look at it? Like, what's the...
You supposed to pop open the hood.
I'm saying, what you judging? Am I looking at the paint? Am I looking at the seat colors?
So I feel like
who got an 8-track radio?
It's going to be an all-around.
How does this work?
We're going to do it as an all-around show.
Who got the best miles per gallon?
Nah, hell no. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you, my gas tank fluctuate on the turn signal. If I turn too hard to the right, I might be at a quarter tank. Because the flow to be in there like, the your tank be like this. No, it's just going to be the all-around looks. It's not going to be the high-tech car. It's going to be like, which one is the, you know how when people come be like, that's my car? You're going to be like, that's my car. You like that. Now, you know the pros, they going to pop open their hood. They're going to let you see their new carburetor. They're going to tell you, I got a such and such block engine. I'm going to be putting in my car. I'm going to say, see, that's a Corvette. That's the original Corvette engine right there. Then I'm going to say, but then I don't know why my installer decided he was going to cut holes in my interior to put speakers in. Like, really, dog? Did you really cut holes in the interior? Like, I have original interior. You cut holes in it?
You wanted the speakers, right?
I did not. I did not ask for that. You know how when somebody be on some bull and they was late, so they be trying to do you an extra, so they be like, but look, listen to yourself. Like, you know, car don't even want to start, but he want to turn on the sounds and be sitting there. Like, it sound good. I had to take it back to him and be like, look, man, get my stuff right. I have to show up. But, you know, so we'll look at your paint. We'll look at the design, the interior. It'll be an all-around car show, but it's really for fun. But, like, the professionals, they'll probably have a little chart with the little easel that say a picture of their car with all the stuff in it. Man, it's just going to say, I got a black car. It's a Chevy. It's 66. But I got the cool lights. I'm going to be like, and I got a horn that's going to go, you know how you remember? You don't remember them horns? Mm-hmm. They go. I've been getting a lot of inquiries from other people, like Cucaracha too.
That's what it is? Okay. We learned that in Spanish class.
See, I got all I remember in Spanish class is "Cierra la boca." Cierra la boca. I'd be like, what? Cierra la boca. I'd be like, what? Does that mean shut your mouth, right? Be quiet. Close your mouth.
Shut up.
See, I said it the nice way.
It was a nice way.
No, it wasn't. She meant shut up. That's all right. I didn't like Miss Graziano anyway. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. And it's time for the 7 o'clock break. So let's take the 7 o'clock break, Reese. Get to the top of the hour, and then we will get to the social media question of the day. Because actually, when I wrote the social media question of the day, it's funny because I was thinking about, actually, it made me think of you, Ruthie. Actually, it made me think of you, and then it made me think of kind of my family and a whole bunch of other people. And I was wondering, so when we come back, we'll do the social media question of the day. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Ruthie Moore, DJ Riis the Ruler. We'll be right back at you.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
What's up, Chicago? This is your man, Maze Jackson, host of the Maze Jackson Show. You hear me every single day ask the question, what's in it for the black people? Well, finally, y'all, we've got an answer, and it's called the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth, Unit 17E. That's in the mall at the 55th and the Dan Ryan. And you join us every Saturday where we are taking our politics black. We'll teach you everything you need to know about the game, from how to collect a petition, to how to knock on a door, to even how to become the next mayor of the city of Chicago. That's right, y'all. It is the Black People First Party. Meet us every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at TP, located at 5401 South Wentworth in the mall at 55th and the Dan Ryan. And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. This is a black people thing you wouldn't even understand.
Maze Jackson.
Oh, baby. I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. Oh, baby, I miss you. Some kind of drug, baby, 'cause it just keeps on calling me, and I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted for you. Can't stop loving 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your loving. I'm so addicted for you. Can't stop loving. I need you right now, baby. I'm so addicted to you. You're always on my mind, my mind, my mind, every day. It's been too long since I had you in my arms, and I don't know if I can take any more of being without you. Even though it's only been an hour, it feels to me just like forever. And I am hoping that I can see you soon. See you soon. I'm so addicted. Lord have mercy. I can't be without you, baby. Oh no, not for a minute, not for an hour. I can't get enough. I'm so addicted. Ooh. I need to check myself into some kind of rehab. 'Cause I need some help. Somebody help me, please. Please. Ooh. La 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 la. I need to testify this evening. Oh Lord, have you ever loved somebody so much that you just can't get them off your mind? Oh, I'm so addicted. Oh Lord, 'cause I can't stop loving you, my baby. Oh darling, I love you, I love you. This must be love. I've been overdosed on your loving. Can't stop loving you. I've done overdosed on my baby. So addicted to you. Without you, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Ooh. I'm addicted.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
What's in it for the black people? 'Cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to life, can't toast no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, and my man, DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. And Riis, Ruthie, I made it an hour. I made it an hour. No references to, did not use the word of the color that shall remain colorless. I am working on I want to be colorblind. I've decided that the way forward in the world is for us all to be as one. For us to not see, they did this in Paris, right? In Paris, they removed race from every document, every police. So it is, as a matter of fact, it is illegal in France to document the race of a person in governmental stuff. Now, that sounds really cool, right? It sounds universal. Except for what it does is it allows them to lock. Remember I told you I got stopped 3 times in Paris? It allows them to say, oh, yes, we stopped, but they don't ever get to say, I stopped this many people of this color or this many people of lack of color, so you can't. So then when you say there's no racism.
Man, France don't like them Africans that be over there.
I'm here to tell you. That's why they live in the 5th ring. I told you when I went to Paris, they stand by the police, they stand by the subway because they make all the people live way, 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 way out. And then you got to take the subway, and then they be like like you know how the red line is in Chicago? We'll talk about that a little bit later. They wait at the red line stop. When you get there, and they be like, where you going? Let me see your ID. Hold on. Nope.
That's
What? It's real. I told you I got stopped 3 times in one trip.
That ain't the only country with checkpoints.
I think we got them here, don't we? On 87th Street when it's the holidays. Who else got checkpoints? South Africa? Who?
Other countries.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me know. So if I don't be booking something, I don't want to go to you think they got checkpoints in Ukraine? Well,
yes.
I ain't going.
Why? How you think they kept the Africans off them trains?
That was crazy. No. You go. Okay. But I bet you in Ukraine they don't record race. So they would tell you it was just a different group of people.
I bet you they don't either.
Right, because they be like, what y'all doing?
They don't record race, but I bet you they record if you Russian or Ukrainian.
Ooh. Is that different though?
That's why I was being facetious.
See how these people be? All right, y'all. Moving on.
Everybody but them be Russian, but nobody want to be Russian.
Almost got me. I was about to say, I'll have a vanilla Russian. Nah. Huh. So can I start saying Russians? Will that count? Like if I say Russians or now, probably that's a bad word.
Ain't that milk and alcohol a white Russian?
Yes.
Ugh.
Something like that. It is. Okay, so I can't say it though. Somebody Google what almost got me again. Look at y'all trying to set me up. Somebody Google a vanilla Russian. Find out what it is. Can I tell you? Okay, I'm not even tell you. I was seeing I was watching. Have y'all been noticing that the people without color have been taking? They be blowing me with these people of color pictures that everybody is now populating their pages and sites with, and now they're like extra chummy with their. Lord have mercy. Anyway, so I saw this story about millennials and most millennials not moving, right? That they said that 2/3 of millennials live where they grew up, and 80% live within 100 miles of where they grew up. And it got me to thinking about not necessarily just millennials, because as I was reading the argument, did you know that in 2004 they declared a great reverse migration? I had heard.
For black people, right?
Yes.
Going back south.
I did not realize that it was that pronounced. But they were like, everybody black who graduated, like a big chunk of them, if their parents had the economic means for them to go. Well, let me back up. Black people in general, in 2004, according to the Pew Institute, they declared that there was a great reverse migration where for the first time in history, more black people, there was a net gain of black people in the South, and that we have been going back to the South, right? Mm-hmm. And so then I was reading, so that was like a link inside of the article because it just got me inquisitive. So it basically said that let me back up. If your parents were, most people stayed within the realm of their home, but if your parents were of higher income, you were more likely to go somewhere else. Black people went to, like if you were upperly mobile and did not come home, the 3 places they went, guess where they went? You can't guess because you saw the paper. Where do you think they went?
Atlanta was definitely one of them. Right?
Okay, right?
Houston, was there another
Bam.
one?
Oh, you got the damn paper. He got the paper.
I swear to God, I didn't look.
So I do all this writing and print this out and you don't even look. Okay, all right. You won't get no paper. I'm going to just give you top lines. Go ahead.
See, what was the other one? Dang.
If he hit this one, you know you look. Go ahead.
New Orleans.
See, he threw that one off. That was
he
was like, he ain't going to give me.
No, what was it? What's the third one?
Washington, D.C.
Really?
Yes. I could see that. Even though the Chocolate City, you ain't living in D.C., you probably living in the what you call that?
The DMV?
Yeah. Department of Motor Vehicles.
South.
DC, Maryland, and Virginia. In that, but you know that's also the wealthiest part of the country too. Like the richest, because that's where all of the nuclear energy warmongers be.
That's where all them government contractors live at.
Right. The ones that be selling the nuclear missiles and stuff too.
Them Blackwater people.
Right. I'm like, dang, I want one of them jobs actually. Like, man, I was thinking I could do that really good, like sell arms to.
You must have seen that movie.
Which one?
I think it's called War Dogs.
No, I told you, I can't tell you, but I did meet the Lord of War. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. But yes, is that the one with the two dudes? Mm-hmm. I didn't watch it, but I kind of watched it.
It's a very, pardon my language, it's a very lighthearted take on a very serious situation.
Oh, maybe I will watch that.
Like they write, like it's written from, it's kind of comedic
satirical.
a little bit. Yeah,
it's like satire, but these people are destroying the country. But it's
making billions.
Yes. That's them. Anyway, so got me to talking. So the 3 places that black people. So first of all, black people after they went back to the South, if your parents were of a higher income, and that's obviously relative for black people, then you were more likely to move away from where you lived, where you grew up. We went to Houston, Atlanta, Houston, and Washington, D.C. White people went to New York, L.A., and Washington. Latinos went to New York and San Antonio. Asians went to New York and San Francisco. So if you think about it, it seems like there are hubs of blackness. Like if you think about, or not blackness, but like in San Francisco with Chinatown, with all of the large tech stuff going on, that kind of makes sense. The other people, they went because, big city of dreams. And then the Latinos, it makes sense for them to go to like San Antonio in places where they have large populations and can thrive. Then they talked about in black households, why people stayed close. And even not just black households, but in millennial households, they were saying that now a significant number of households are multi-generational, i.e. mama grandmama, grandkid living in the same house due to economic pressures. But I had to ask, like, what ties, first of all, black people, but in general, your family to Illinois? Give us a call. This, Riis, hit the button. I didn't say it. Go ahead.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
What are your family ties to Illinois? Particularly, what are black family ties to Illinois? And it's funny because I honestly, Ruthie, I thought about you in this because I thought of Pembroke, right? And the fact that you have, like, you take a level of pride in the family land that you own, right? Or that your family, that's in your family, that I believe is passed down from generations. And so I kind of feel like you have a reason to be tied to Illinois. But how many people really have a tie to Illinois? Like, how many of us really are tied to Illinois, and what are the black ties to Illinois? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Now, I would say, some people would say their house, but, like, you, to me, have a multi-generational tie to Illinois. And it's not necessary, and while Pembroke is not a wealthy town, I feel like land ownership and multi-generational land ownership gives you like a stake here. Do most of us have a stake in Illinois and in the success of Illinois? I was thinking about it, like, I don't really, besides the fact that my family is here, I don't necessarily have a tie to Illinois. I don't know that I can imagine myself living somewhere else, and I don't know if it's just because I don't know. But why? What ties do black people have? What are our roots in Illinois, right? And I'm not saying that there aren't any, but like when you think about, I was thinking about like places like South Shore, where people had those homes that are now going to be valued at multi-millions of dollars that we probably didn't see that way, right? What ties you to Illinois? What is our stake in this state? I really would be interested to know that, and I think there's a lot of different stories, right? I'm not saying that we don't have a tie, but I'd be curious to know what ties you to Illinois. Do you, beyond just you don't know nothing different? Like, do you have an inheritance, a legacy? Is there a family name? Right? Did you have a multi-generational success story? It might just be a multi-generational struggle story. But what is our, like, link to Illinois? As a community, I was thinking about it like, I think of Beverly. I'll use Beverly as an example. That, to me, is an anchored community. I feel like Chatham, to a significant part, is an anchor community, although I don't know that it will remain now that there's $300,000 houses in the place. But what ties us to Chicago? What ties us to Illinois? Like, is there anything that holds us here? Like multi-generational. Do you feel like an allegiance to the family home? Right? Do you have a family something that is the anchor to holding your family together? What makes you come back to Illinois? Like, what is here for, not even what is here for us, because that's not really what I'm trying to get at. And I don't know if I'm nailing it. I want you to give me a call, 872-259-7474. Does your family have a legacy here? Are you the legacy? Like, will your connection to Illinois last beyond you? Right? Like, will like there's certain families that we know of, then there's certain families that we don't know of. Then I think of people who have I give you like my cousins and Robins, right? Like they're tied to Robins. Like they believe that they are part of the fabric that makes it, right? And so they've invested and they never left. And even though people call it Mudville or whatever else it is, they are tied to Robins as its historical place for black people. What are the ties that bind black people to Illinois? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. And maybe it's not black people, but your family. Does your family have a family legacy here or something? What brought you to Illinois? Right? Like, we came here because we was in Indiana and my mom was like, I'm about to blow this popsicle stand. But what brought your family here? Has it... I always hear tales of what we don't have, per se. But I do think that there are a variety of familial legacies that exist. And I'm just curious. Calls 872-259-7474. I mean, could you just uproot? Besides the fact of it being uncomfortable, could you leave Illinois? Like, what? Like, I was thinking, like, is it a school that ties you? Right? Like, what are the things that bind you to this state? Ruthie.
I will say the thing that makes me want to leave is sometimes in the winter when it gets really, really cold and snowy. That's the one thing I wish my great grandpa would have, maybe settled out west, but
so you have a family story like that? Like, did y'all?
I think most black people can tell you during the Great Migration when they people came up here and how they landed, where they landed. I mean, I shouldn't say everybody, but for the most part, I think we still are connected to some of those stories. And it was definitely to, escape the South, the racism of the South. So I think I actually started off with a great uncle who lived in Robbins. And then he said to his brother, my great grandpa, hey, come on up this way. And so I personally believe, I feel like they was trying to make it to Chicago and they stopped in Pembroke, but really that's not what happened. They actually settled in Pembroke. And then I had family in Robbins and these other areas, Marion, Illinois, like all these different places. But that side is from Philadelphia, Mississippi. Now, me personally, I feel like I'm a Southern girl. I could go back to the South.
Wait,
like,
the South is in Kankakee?
No,
or
the South is like
in
Neshoba County, Mississippi, like Philadelphia, Mississippi. Like, I would love to go back there, but, we ended up here, and Illinois is a great state in terms of it being in the Midwest. Now, if you put Illinois somewhere else on the map, I don't know how to hold up. But in terms of the Midwest, we are a premier Midwestern state. I like the corn. I like the city part. Like, you kind of get the best of both worlds if you like rural areas, but also if you like city areas. So I think that's one of the cool things about living in Illinois. You get a good duality. I think another good thing about living in Illinois is that you basically got Chicago, which is a world-class city, but also just being from the greater Chicagoland area, I also appreciate the ruralness of where I'm from. So I can get the best of both worlds. That's why I like Illinois, because I can get the best of both worlds by driving 50 or 60 miles in one direction.
Okay.
Now, I got a whole list of things I don't like about it, but we focusing on the good.
Well, I guess my thing isn't so much like I think like
you have to like something to want to invest and be a productive member of it.
So do you think that is the case for most black Illinoisans, or are most people just surviving?
I think most of us are surviving, but for those families that did have a sense of legacy, meaning somebody had to pay the taxes on this every year. Somebody got to make sure that the actual property and the upkeep is da-da-da. So I appreciate my auntie for making that sacrifice for the family, but you got to have at least one person in your family that can keep the business together. And oftentimes she had to pay them taxes herself because nobody else would help. So it'd be stories like that about how do you maintain this family land, or how did you lose this family land?
That's what I'm trying to get at, right? Like that. That's what I'm talking about, like that family land, that family, like.
Think about what it takes to maintain that.
That's my point. That's why I'm asking, like, and then you add that to like the number of land, you know, like how they was trying to be like, we just discovered redlining, right? Like how much of our ties to Illinois, our legacy, is sitting somewhere else in someone else's bank. And
my auntie don't even live here.
But she understood the value. I would tell you that.
And she had the money.
Okay.
I'm just keeping it real.
So that gets to my point of like who has, like how many black people have an actual legacy? We got like a permanent place. Like a place on the map that is the house. The place where if you ain't got nowhere to go, the family got.
We called it the big house.
You knew that in the whole entire universe, if something happened in Illinois, you can go. Now you going to get your ass up out of there. You can't stay forever. But you know that we have the family blah, blah, blah.
But think about this, too. Think about how many people, so when you younger, you don't really be knowing what be going on like that. But when you get older and you find out, how many of us got stories with somebody in the family jagging off the family land? Jagging off the I shouldn't say that word, but
that's a real thing though. Okay. Like I mean that goes to this, but that goes to even that same thing I was just talking about with the redlining, with the family. Like
we all got stories. Like how do y'all pay y'all family property taxes? Do everybody put in every month? Is it up to one family to do it? Do they got more stake in it? Do y'all have the proper people on the estate? Because what I keep noticing from my vantage point, now that I am older, is a lack of estate planning, a lack of true succession. And I don't know if it's easier to sell it off and take the money and run and give it to the other people.
That is part of why you need to join Obsidian. Look at that segue. That's part of the reason you need to join Obsidian, because I really think that this is something that we don't talk about that we need to, like from estate planning.
Until somebody pass away.
And think about this. Think about the Black Panther. They had a fight over the Black Panther's money.
The real Black Panther or Chadwick?
Chadwick.
What?
Yeah, they split up $2 million, right? And there was a little thing going on because he didn't have the Black Panther did not have a will.
And he had cancer?
Yes. So here's my thing though. Like that's a very challenging thing to approach. And who puts it on you? It's the one person that went to Wharton School or gets it that says, I'm going to make the sacrifice. Because a lot of times when you're in the midst of the challenge of trying to make it and somebody throws another bill and say, oh, you got to pay for that farm that's 30 miles away as part of our family legacy. You like family legacy? I'm trying to make it today. And so my question becomes, and even in driving this conversation is, what do we have?
What are we willing to sacrifice and give? It's not what do we have. The problem is the lack of sacrifice for the next generation. What they say, plant the trees so that other people can enjoy the shade. That's why I feel like black people can't ever get ahead, because nobody want to plant no trees for other people, because we be down so bad that we be living in the now. Next thing you know, the person that's keeping everything together pass away. Now it's a SHIT show.
But if nobody tells you that, right? I got to be honest with you. I ain't never had no estate planning class. You know where I learned about estate planning? What's old boy Ted London? Listening to the radio. And my thing is, there's so many of us that may not know the story, never got the back end, or didn't understand it. And I was just thinking, like, when I was thinking about millennials, and then they was talking about the radius of opportunity, right? And you stay within the realm because you know you got your family as your backstop. But then I was thinking about, like, how many times somebody come to stay with you and you struggling, and now y'all trying to struggle together to get, and we don't have the family house. We don't have the fallback plan. We don't have the thing that we built collectively. And honestly, I don't know that. I don't even know that, you know, a lot of times, like, the I don't know if it's even the family thing, right? Like, it's somebody kept it, somebody got it and took care of it, or didn't take care of it because everybody else showed.
It's a lot of different dynamics that go into that, and I think a lot of it is family specific.
Yes, I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Super family specific. And so I'm pretty sure there are hundreds and dozens of stories that we can read in these comments about how either your family's land or legacy was preserved or squandered some type of way based on something, and that's normally drama.
Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, I see you up there, so we're going to take a quick break. What's the matter? You lost it? We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take your call. What is your, and then my question would be like, and if you don't got it in Illinois, do you got it down south? Do you have it somewhere? Like, can we all go back to the farm down south and be like, Granty, and sleep on one of them mattresses where they stick you with the chicken feathers?
Who paying the taxes?
Man, that's the question we got to ask.
Because I'm trying to tell you, it will rip your family apart if somebody is supposed to be paying them taxes and they ain't paying them. I'm telling we all got stories that we know of like this.
My question is, and then if it's the families, who says who's supposed to be responsible? It's like it's a lot going on in there. But again, my question is, what ties us to Illinois? What ties do we have that bind us?
It's the land of Lincoln. We like Abraham Lincoln.
Take a break, man. We'll be back after these messages. Lincoln, he said keep them new slaves. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
I had one witness in the house.
You got one. You got a couple of them. Got a couple of them. 2 T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. Better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
He woke me up
this morning. Oh, don't do this. Don't do this.
Go
number
ahead.
4?
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you. One of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl Ruthie Moore and my man DJ Riis the Ruler on the ones and twos. Live in the studio. I gotta ask y'all, man, what's your ties to Illinois? You even want to know how you got here. Ruthie said everybody got a story of how they got to Illinois. And then my question is, when she got here, did your family, do you have ties that bind you to Illinois?
Do you know anybody that's from, like, who people from Illinois? Or everybody people from somewhere else, like the South?
So when you say from, like, I don't think nobody was from Illinois. Right? I think everybody, like, you go two back. You go to,
like, it was some slaves, some families that descended from some of the slaves that was.
That's probably in Cairo, Illinois.
Mm-hmm, but I don't know nobody that's people from Illinois. Everybody I know, my great grandma from this place or my grandpa from this place.
So when do you get to be from Illinois? Like, when did they come drop their bags and like, this it, we here? Because some people came, dropped their bags, we here, and grew. Mm-hmm. Some people came, dropped their bags, and stayed exactly the same. Mm. Right? And that's kind of what I'm asking about. Really, like, who are the people that came, dropped their bags, and was like, we're not going to be, like, we're going to make something here. That's what I'm thinking of. And that's kind of, like, you see how you say, my grandpa, I wish he would have went further west, but your grandpa came, looked around, and said,
oh, yeah, because it was about the farmland.
I'm about to put these bags down, and we about to sit right here.
I'm about to build me a house right here.
Right on this piece right here. And for whatever trials and tribulations, it's still right there. Right? Maybe move the block or so.
Yeah, because that one, I told you, it's always a story.
But somebody still recognized the value and said, okay, well, over here. I just, like, you to me have roots in Pembroke. Like, I feel like you, like.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, that's thanks to my forward-thinking auntie.
But there's someone like that in every family. To me, not every. There's not someone.
I'm with you,
but there's somebody that's trying to do better for the family, and either
that's
the people
making a sacrifice for the next generation who ain't looking for the come up. Okay. But too many of us be looking for the come up, and we take the come up, and we don't sacrifice, meaning time, money, for the next generation, and that's what jam us up every time.
If not, I would say, are there times when we don't have it to sacrifice?
If everybody if we at the family reunion and we passing the hat to pay the taxes and everybody put in $5, we could cover the taxes for the next 3 years. So it's really, honestly, low key, it ain't no excuse. You just need one person that is willing to pass the hat and make up the difference.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I feel like I got to go to Marion for mine, Indiana. Like, if I was stuck, I'd be like, I got to go to Marion, Indiana, and then we'll go live on the plot. Uncle Amos got the homeland. But in Illinois, who has, like, what are your ties to Illinois? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up, caller? What's your name? What you got? Don't tell me this Devo hating on the Bears. Don't call up here hating on the Bears if this Devin. Go ahead. What's up, caller?
No, this ain't Devo. This is James, man.
What's up, James? What's up, James Big Slim Davis? What's up, dog? You out there on the route right now?
What's going on? I am. And
give me a wand. Can I get a wand before you go? Come on, man. Let me do it like the kids.
Absolutely. I got you.
Come on.
I got you. You said, okay, how I got to Illinois, I mean, my family, we migrated from Tennessee by way of to Rob. And when Ruthie Moore said she had family in Robbins, and I know her last name is Moore, I know some Moores in Robbins. I mean, I actually grew up until our fourth grade when we moved to Harvey. But all my family stayed in Robbins. So every summer I go back to Robbins. I was born right there in the old project, 13932 race over there. And I knew Anthony Moore, I knew Denise Moore, I knew a lot of Moores. When she said she had family from Robbins, and I thought about her last name, I'm like, well, maybe I know some of her family. But this is what keeps me in Illinois. The only reason I stayed in Illinois is because of the fact, like my job. I work for a major rescue company. Now, for instance, check this out, man. in the area of Cook County, because it's union. But if you live in Kankakee, or if you move down south, if you move anywhere in the United States but Chicago, it's a $15 to $20 difference in pay, and it's still union, just in Illinois. Like in Kankakee, like the scale in Cook County is like $45. You go down to Kankakee, it's same union, same company, same everything. You go down to anything past Cook County or like Will County, their scale is $25 or $20 to $25. And that's the only thing that kept me in Illinois is my pay. Like if I wanted to move down south, I can't get the money I make here.
Yeah, but don't the cost of living go down too, though? Don't the cost go down?
It does. But when you think about like just down the street, they make $10, $15 less than I do because they're in Will County and I live in Cook County. And you think about people like a place like Georgia. You go down to Georgia, it's a $25 difference. But it's the same company.
But can't you buy a mansion in Georgia for like $100? Look now, James, I'm with you. But I'm saying you go to Georgia, dog. I be seeing people. I be like, you make how much out? You bought this house for how much?
But it's the six figures that kept me here so long. But I'm in that retiring process. I can retire. I have my time in, and I'm just putting my ducks in order. But, I'm out of here, man. But that was the only thing that kept me. And these winters here is another thing that just disturbs me to no end.
Well, it's going away. Courtesy of global warming, you ain't going to even have no winter. You going to have like 3 months.
I believe it. I believe it when I feel it. That's what I was just telling my wife. They can miss me with this global warming. Until they give me a winter without a below zero or anything beyond 30 degrees, then I believe it. Because it has not affected us yet.
James, where you going?
Because we still freezing here in Chicago.
So if you leave, where you going?
I want to go to Nevada or Texas.
Dog, hold on. So Nevada and Texas, both are Trump states. Why in the world would a black man in America want to go somewhere where Donald Trump could possibly be?
I think about that all the time, but it's like you say, it's the cost of living, man. Your money goes a little further when you move south or move, them areas. Say something about like in Georgia. I don't care what nobody say about the Georgia area, even in the Texas area. Black folks are eating good in the South.
Apparently,
I don't know what the hell they doing politically.
Right.
But they get
some monkeypox too, man. I might have to cross that.
I know, but what I have seen, experienced in the South, especially in Georgia, black folks are eating good. They owning things. It's just they're really doing good in the South. I don't know what the hell's going on here in Illinois and Chicago, but black folks, when they migrate south for some reason, man, they come up, man. I know so many people who have moved out of here and went either to Georgia or Texas, and they are living good. Honestly.
Hey, James,
I don't know what it is.
So you don't have no ties that bind you to Illinois, do you? So if you retired, you don't feel like
that's six figures. That's
once you retire,
the only thing that's binding me right now.
Dang.
Oh no, I'm out.
Dang. You ain't gonna tell your kids
I'm out once I retire
to stay here, and you just out.
My kids on their way out. My two sons they on their way out. They stay out of here.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. My kids want to leave too. I appreciate you, man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Dang. Y'all. Okay. Where would you want to go to Mississippi, Ruthie?
I would. I mean, I'm like, I'm the weather. Like, to me, the wintertime.
But Mississippi, though? Like, Ruthie, you said Philadelphia, Mississippi. Like, you said.
That's where my people from, in Tulsa.
Okay, so both of these places have Philadelphia. Who did they kill in Philadelphia? Medgar Evers?
See, but this is my thing is that's still the land that, like, my people toiled on. Like, it's mine. And so I would still feel a sense of connection and have a sense of connection to the South. And the weather. To me, it is torturous to live in a place like Chicago in the winter.
So what ties? Is your family the tie that binds you?
So personally speaking, I really feel I live a lifestyle where I could pick up and go anywhere. I can, just because that's how I have set my life up. Like if I want to go somewhere, I'm gonna uproot and go. But the thing that really keeps me here is my family. Like I like my family. Like I'm not trying to get away from them. I do think that the cost of living, though, low key in Chicago is way too high. But being from somewhere like a Kankakee where it's like, okay, I don't got to worry about parking. So like little things like that do eat away your money. But I also recognize the importance of having somewhere to go. Right. That's why I bought property, because I said to myself, I have too many examples of me seeing people in my family make missteps related to property. And I recognize that if something pop off, like we need somewhere to go. We need something that nobody can take away. Like I have the foresight to be able to say, oh, let me make sure I pay my taxes. So it's about making a sacrifice. That's really what it is. You got to make sacrifices. So really for me, it's a sacrifice for me to stay and deal with these tough winters. But I also know that my daddy told me, listen, you can fail 3 times and move back home. And so I said, oh, okay. So there's a bit of comfort with knowing that I can live my life, take chances, take risks, and still fail and have somewhere to go. And everybody don't have that luxury.
Wow. That's deep. That's kind of deep, because I feel like that's almost like a given. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew I was never going to fail, so I wasn't never going back home. But, like, I feel like that's part of my dream, is to be able to tell my children, go try everything you want to try. Like, right? Go do whatever, and you know that you ain't going to never get put, like, we got your back. Right? Like, my goal is to be in a place where my children can have the ability to go be the best at whatever it is that they want to be.
You sacrifice and making sacrifices for that. And that's really all that it's about if we want to right this ship of intergenerational dysfunction. Somebody got to sacrifice for the next people to come up. And we be down so bad. I just put it that way. We be down so bad that we oftentimes do not do that. We don't do that, and that's why everybody keep having to start over. Like, where my inheritance at? Why I gotta be the one to sacrifice and build this up? That's why, it's frustrating if you have that knowledge, because sometimes I do want to go move and build me a pool and not have to worry about what everybody else got going on. Not have to worry about taking care of my parents. Not have to worry about my nieces and nephews. Like, I would love to just pick up and go live on the beach. I go get me a condo on the water. Like, y'all can come visit me. So it's about making sacrifices if you want to see that next generation thrive, or because they might fumble the bag. Like, so you really taking a risk and a chance. So I get that part of it.
So I always think no. I mean, I try to, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed. I told you a long time ago, they prayed a hedge of protection around my family. And I think we see it manifest all the time. But I do often wonder, like, what are the ties that bind me to Illinois? Right? Because if I left, I'd be like, Mom, come with me. Tennille, come with me. Bring your laptop. We going to Texas. Because can I tell you? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Not even in a diss way, but I do feel like, what is our legacy? What is the long-term legacy of blackness in this state? And the part of me that won't leave is the part that says, okay, man, you have the opportunity to put roots down in what eventually is going to be a super, super global city just because of the water. Just because of the water. But man, oh man, I wonder how much of us, what do we have invested in this state that we still have? And I was thinking about that, kind of drew me to the redlining, and it's actually, it's really, yeah. You said Robbins in this story. Like, what brought you here, right? And think about Robbins, the goal of being a black metropolis.
Opportunity. Black men wanted their own farmland. Black families wanted the freedom to be able to farm their own land, or they wanted the ability to stop farming and move into the industrial world and work in these factories and get these government jobs. Like, opportunity. What they call them, the push and pull factors of the Great Migration. What pushed your people out or what pulled them in? And if you talk to your people, like, find out, what was it?
Man, I'm going to tell you what Oz was.
Some people was running from stuff.
Thank you to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM. We appreciate you. You can continue this conversation. I know some of my seniors got a story. You know what our story was? My uncles walked on the grass. My uncle, so we have a family reunion every other year. And they tell the story. And my uncle saw the grass, was downtown in Mississippi, saw the grass, and just wanted to get on it. And he got on the grass, and a white man told him to get off the grass. And he was about to talk crazy. And matter of fact, I think he did talk a little crazy, and they was finna Emmett Till him. And I remember they said, and I could not understand for the life of me, they was like they had to, because, you know, they tell us they had to sneak out of Mississippi. I'm like, why you could just get in the car and drive? Mm-hmm. But they was like, we had to put my father and my two uncles got in the car and they covered them up and they drove them till they got out to Indiana, and then they sent the train to pick up the rest of the family. But they got pushed because he wanted to walk on the grass. But my question is, how did y'all get to Marion where they was lynching people? How did y'all go from Mississippi to Indiana at the time that it was the largest?
It could have been a job. Like, what happened when they came? Did somebody work?
Yeah, I think it was RCA.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we just talk to our people, we can understand, like,
but why you
how
working?
and why things happen the way that they happen.
Man. And I would think, like, so many people don't have that story.
Because we are not as connected as we once were. Like, to me, it's a shame that poverty is what is driving us back into multi-generational households. I wish it was just for the love of caring for your elders and the love of rearing into young people.
Yeah, I feel like I would have loved, like, I would love to have my mom, right? To have, like, if I had the kids, and be like, Mom, just be at the house and be grandma. I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff out there. All right, y'all. I was just thinking about the ties that bind you to Illinois. What do we have? Oh, we got people that got some ties that bind them to Illinois. Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. What tie binds you to Illinois? What brought your people here? And what made you stay?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
I knew it was going to be Katie. Hey, Katie. President of the Phone Club.
Yeah.
What's going on? Where your people from? What brought y'all here? And what are the ties that bind you to Illinois?
Well, my mother was from Mississippi, Canton and Yazoo City, Mississippi. And my father was from Americus, Georgia. And since being in the genealogy group, I think it's important for everybody to look at those census. A lot of people don't want to do the census. The census are very important because that's leading me to see a lot of things that happen now that my mom and dad are passed away, and I'm trying to understand what happened besides the family story. But they came to Chicago for a better life. And a lot of my family members did. And that's the ties that binds me to Illinois. It's because of that. Now, going back there, I mean, I have a friend that lived in Buckhead in Atlanta, and his taxes, he has, his mom and dad has a house in Yazoo City, Mississippi. And do you know, much to my surprise, he moved because of the cost of living in Buckhead. He decided to move back to his family home in Mississippi. So, it's a lot of family stories. And when they said people moving to Texas, because I have people that moved from Mississippi to Texas. And, it's like with the younger people, they don't realize how racist the state is that they're moving to. But hopefully it's changing. Maybe Georgia might be able to turn over Texas. I don't know about Texas, but that people think about the cost of living, which is very important. But you also have to think about the states that you are moving to. And as far as the weather in Illinois, I could withstand, because we're lucky to be living here, because we don't have the droughts and the hurricanes and the problems. I mean, I have people that friends that's moving from Florida, moving back here because of the hurricanes. It was just a total mess. They got tired of running from the hurricanes. And from my friend from Naples, Florida, she's from here. She moved back here. So, we have to the younger people have to take all of these things into account. And I said, look at that. Look at the census of your family members. It's very important. And thank you, Maeve. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Katie. I first of all, the weather be making me nervous. That's the only reason I want to go to Houston. I'd be like, dang.
I'll take it.
You'll take the hurricanes?
I think I'll take a possible hurricane over a winter every year.
But when the hurricane come, you out for like a week. You out for like a week swimming.
I do not like this. I mean, it looks pretty, but it is like literally when you live in states where it snows, you gotta have 2 wardrobes, 2 different mind states. Like you gotta have
not an abstract mind state.
Like everything is like you gotta have the extreme of everything. Like because it get real hot, it get real cold. You better have heat. You gotta have air. Like it's a lot.
I'm gonna tell you what you better do.
Move down south.
Get you an enclosed garage. It'll change your game. It'll change your life. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show.
I want a pool.
You can get a pool?
To use 3 months out of the year? Absurd.
No, Ruthie, what you got to do?
Get your member be a member. Well,
I want a pool in my house. Like my cousin got a pool. He live in Texas. It's in the ground. He just built it. I want to live that life too.
So bring your family. Just buy a big house. You could be like the Houston.
Y'all know people with pools in Chicago?
Yes.
Yeah, like in-ground ones?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I do.
No, not in-ground ones, but I know somebody with a pool.
Yeah, I know some people with some in-grounds. They got caught using the fire truck to fill it up, too.
That used to be like a regular. You could literally call the fire department and they used to come and fill it up.
Yep.
No. Come on now.
They be telling now.
Jeezy Pete.
They be telling now. Yeah, man. That's all right, though. Maybe I'll just buy land. I should buy some land in Robbins. Right? Just buy me like a homeland and
just
build
pay the
a
taxes
compound.
and you good.
Okay, that's what I'm on.
just pay taxes and you good.
Ruthie, I feel like you got some.
Yes.
You got some pent up issues.
Because y'all want to call it grown folks' business when people little, knowing that baby y'all should be saying what's happening. Like, so we don't keep repeating these same cycles.
You funny. This is the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. Oh, wait, what's the matter? Oh, you want me to take a little minute of time because you ain't ready? Because you ain't ready, you got to stay ready. Hey, it's the Mace Jackson Show. It's okay, Riis. I got you. You know, I can keep on talking. Y'all, I just want to make sure y'all are aware that we have a car show. What's the matter? Everything gone? We have a car show on August 6th at 5401 South Wentworth from 4 to 7 p.m. If you have an old school classic car, we want you to come on, bring it out, put it on show. Ruthie trying to make it all technical. She want to see your carburetor. I don't. All I just want to know is do your car look bad?
Some Cadillac converters out there. You got to watch Ruthie.
They don't got Cadillac converters on those. Look, Rogers, bring your car.
Ain't that the thing that's like got the little filter thing in it?
No, the carb. Well,
See, I don't even
the
know.
carburetor is where you put the gas. You know when your car
Yeah, it
don't
only
start.
got like a little filter piece. See, I
flat.
know a little bit.
See, I'm gonna tell you though. The get y'all cars, get them ready. Tanya Robinson, you say you got people. I want some motorcycles too. You people got old school motorcycles. I be liking motorcycles too. Motorcycles, cars. I really was gonna let y'all put I was thinking about having a flashy road too. Cause has anybody seen these new Corvettes? These new Corvettes look like Lamborghinis. Like, they really do look like Lamborghinis. Have you seen them new Corvettes, Riis? Y'all, even though, that's okay. Oh, Ruthie, put rims on the Nissan.
I do not want nobody stealing my car just for some rims.
Okay, so put hubcaps on.
That's I got them.
And then,
Actually, I had hubcaps for a minute. And Mae was like, "You need to get you some real the little hubcaps. They $20.
Get you some spinners. Remember the spinner hubcaps, man. The things they do to black people, man. Do you remember?
It's always a cheaper version of a luxury product.
There's the cheap version, and then there's the version that after nobody can afford it no more. When the Spreewells first came out, man, and rims was spinning, it's stopping, they spinning. Everybody's like, damn. Then remember when they had a downgraded version. Then Riis, remember when every car had a spinner blade on it? So you would stop and it was just like a little, and I'd be like, really, dog? Really? Really? This is what a rap video does to people, man.
That song. I'm riding spinners. I'm riding spinners.
That was a song?
They don't stop. I'm riding spinners. I'm riding spinners.
Oh, I do remember
they don't
that.
Stop.
I thought Slim Thug had some spinners or something on one of the videos. I don't know. And then the candy paint, then Paul Wall, then the Texas boys started messing up the whole car stuff and going to the old school. Because first it was the Riis, you know.
But ain't that Texas culture?
That is that culture?
I call it. I think it's like Texas culture.
Where your car paint flip colors. All I remember is Lil Flip and
they call it chameleon paint job?
I don't know.
I think it's called a chameleon paint job.
Ruthie, you be in too many magazines. I don't be knowing.
No, I just keep up with culture.
So now cars so wait a minute. So am I old school? So do you, just because you have the car, you part of the culture, or do you got to do something to be part of the culture? Like what I got to do to be part of the old school car culture?
You gotta have old school cars.
I got an old school car. I got two
cars.
Gotta have an
S
on
it.
it.
Well, if you got a car, then you just join a club. Like then you just join like a club.
What you do at the car club though? Well, do you just go park?
Yeah, parking lot pimp.
Y'all do. But y'all can't have like little festivals and throw like little.
So we gonna have us at. I'm telling you, 5401, the old school. Like that's another group that should join the Obsidian.
I used to see the most old school cars that used to be by the old Best Buy on 87th
in
that parking lot. All that. That's where I used to always see. That's why all the impromptu car shows, because it was just a nice open space.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, when you see the parking lot what we got, y'all can put it at the nice open space. If we start doing them on Sundays, it'll be off the chain for real. You know what I'm saying? Then put some sounds out there. Plus, they got the cigar patio coming too. Ooh-wee. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, caller, I see you on the line. We're gonna call you. We're gonna take your call after this break. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey! Okay, hold on. I'm going to make an official nomination right now that we make Katie the new president.
Smiling more every day, closer to my dreams. Hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares, healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people, thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing, worry dishonors God, so I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big dank from the west side, this is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. good now, walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some.
More than just talk about, today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
Feeling so good now, walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My lifestyle going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I want to be, no headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie, it's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love, it feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio, this ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raised my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about, today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about, today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. Feel good,
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got
You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Wait, was I supposed to say, wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building, as well as my man, DJ Riis, the ruler, who is, hey, man, what you say, fumble the bag? He fumbled in the bag. He fumbling the show.
Never fumble the bag.
Right. I know how it go. All right, it is the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, do the callers work, though? If the callers work, we can take a question. We can talk. What ties you? What are your ties that bind to you to Illinois? Would you bounce? If you bounce, where would you go? Ruthie says, "What you going to Texas?"
You know, my favorite city is actually San Diego. I know the cost of living is high, but it's my favorite city in the
San Diego. I've never been to San Diego.
Oh, I love it. So beautiful. The weather's always nice. It's picturesque. So really close to Mexico.
Well,
What you want the cartel? You got a cartel? You got a cartel hookup or something?
No, just
I heard the cartel be moving
where you
around.
get cheap drugs from, but it's literally a train ride. You can visit Mexico and visit the pharmacies and.
What do you do with the pharmacy? What?
You get cheaper drugs, not like illegal drugs, but like cheaper.
Fentanyl.
Here you go.
I'm just saying, so you can take the train.
Yep, from San Diego. Literally, it's a very quick train ride.
Well, what about customs?
So you go through it, but because it's so close, the process is very simple, very easy. Like you just get off the train. Like literally, the train stop will take you right to customs. You walk through, you in Mexico.
I got one of them cards like that too. Have you like a passport card?
Oh, okay.
Like a driver's license passport
for your wallet,
so you could just be like, Psh,
yep.
Let me through.
I actually, it's not a bad trip. Like I felt relatively safe. It was pretty easy.
You be walking around there. You don't worry about the cartels trying to jack you up.
See, that part of Mexico, America ain't really going. So it's a tourist area. So even the Mexican police are like, we got to protect this little tourist area. So it ain't real Mexico. It's the touristy Mexico. With the people trying to sell you the stuff in the restaurants and.
Hey! Okay.
But it's not a bad trip. Like honestly, if you need like major prescriptions, you literally just take just take it and you can get them drugs for so cheap. I did it. Like it was
How
wild.
You bring it? Did you wait. But don't you have to report it when you come across?
You do what you want to do. They know what's up. Why they got all them pharmacies lined up right there next to the train station if they don't want you to go in there and get the stuff. So guess what they do?
Look the other. That's what they doing at the border right now. That's the problem. They looking the other way, and now we got all. Okay. I never. All right, I'm gonna have to go to San Francisco.
It's a day trip. San Diego, not San Francisco.
Right, not San Francisco, because San Francisco is where you walk into human feces everywhere you go.
Wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking more so how cold it is to me in San Francisco.
San Francisco is bogus.
How you gonna move to Cali and be cold?
It is cold. It is. Well, actually, their summer is different though. Their summer is like August. I mean, it's like September, October is when it's warm there. It's close to warm. But then you go right to Napa Valley, just a few, or you go to what's the other one? Sonoma. Is it Sonoma? Is Napa Valley and Sonoma are like right by each other. And I'm just telling you, then you go in that mountain, it's off the chain over there. But I don't be understanding, what do you do in these places? Are you just supposed to walk around and just, I'm not, what do you do when you go to these cities?
Are you serious? Whatever you want. You can always find stuff to do. I like to see what other people got. I like to visit neighborhoods. I like to look at housing stock.
So when you drive around, I don't know how people drive.
I ride scooters. I like to bike in other places.
What if you get lost?
What? You cannot get lost in today's society.
Do you think people be riding their bike? Would you ever rode your bike and then wind up on Madison and Pulaski?
No.
That's my point, though. That's what I'll be like. Hold on. So wait, let me guess.
But
do you put on a fanny pack and some biker shorts and then go out and ride a bicycle?
But when you're in other places, sometimes you enjoy the ignorance of not knowing where not to go.
I always feel that way until you find some and then you be. Man, that's how I was at Houston the first time. I was just walking in and stuff, going to places. They was like, "You was in the third ward? Oh no, man! Because when you're from Chicago, you just don't feel like there's nobody harder than Chicago. I feel like you can. I'm telling you, bro. I went to Guadalajara. We could not walk across the street without an armed police. I'm I'm from Chicago. Bro, it was no, the cartels would kill you. Look, they would strap us in the car and put a guy with an M16. I was like, man, we're from Chicago, man. You better sit your. Why do Chicagoans feel like there's no streets? There's no streets harder than Chicago. You go straight to the hood.
I go to LA. I want to go straight to Compton. If I'm with the blood, some Bompton. I go to,
man, that's gentrified now.
Hey, have you ever seen that before?
Yes.
Yeah. Compton. I went to Compton. Is
this Compton? Can I tell y'all what?
Is this your hood?
Oh my God! I told you my dream used to be to make Bolingbrook like Compton. Cause when you were from Easy and them, you got no, it's not. See, yeah, you be hating.
You so funny.
But I went to So y'all should really ask Tennille about. Tennille went to Compton, and one of the biggest Crips in Compton fell in love with Tennille, and it was like, so we pulled up to the airport, and so they sent the escort to come get us, and he was like, "You're riding with me," and it was like.
Nobody said no.
Today, you better get you ride with Rockhead. That, oh my God. Yeah. We went to Compton. And you know where else we went to? In that same grain? The jungle. We just walking around.
Compton is like a suburban. I mean, it
well,
looks
it
so
is.
clean.
And now it is.
Yeah, I was saying, like, when I went, I was
Long Beach. But let me tell you remember where King Kong ain't got nothing on me? We was there before King Kong, before the movie. And we was like, why is this like, man, Riis, I think we got picked. Like, you know who we took there? Did you know we did circus performances for the Crips? Like, we took Big Swill, no joke. And check this out. You know where it was? It was at the same gym that Lil Rel did his comedy special on HBO. Did y'all see Lil Rel's comedy special on HBO? He got a comedy special he did on HBO, and he did it in a gym in L.A. that was like I want to say that was I got to pull up the pictures. I want to say it was the Blood Gym, but it was like off limits. But Riis, Big Swill, had a clown nose on, dressed up in Compton and in L.A. and in the jungle. And they pulled up, and they would juggle and do circus. Man, Charlie. If I could tell y'all the stories. But I guess my question is, how did we get here? What is your tie that binds you to Chicago? Because Ruthie want to move. Oh, you want to move to San Diego.
Okay, so this is my goal, is to
have a second home.
Yes, I would like to be a snowbird. I will see y'all in the summer, maybe the fall, but in the winter, y'all can come visit me. That's my goal.
I would love to do that too. Actually, I would like to be in Chicago from June through August, and then be in Houston or somewhere like that. Like I do, like, for
2 months?
Chicago 3 months. The summer. And then I come back. You know, like you could come in for whatever. Like somebody got something, you come back.
This one want me to like October.
Yeah, but the good stuff is done.
You know, he lived for the summertime shop.
Actually, I really live to go to sleep. No, but I feel like I want to move. Like I like Houston. Like I've always liked the South, right? Like Atlanta, Houston, all of that stuff. It ain't necessarily from the warmth. I just feel like it's hard to leave Chicago. I don't know what the
I don't like southern cities. I like southern rural.
Hell no. I'll be like, I do not want this.
That's what I like.
Hell no. That's because you want to run around with no shoes on.
What's the point of living down south if you got to be all in a congested city?
You don't. But in Houston, you could live in a mansion.
I want my neighbors to be down yonder.
Me too. But I want my land to be down yonder so I can get me on 2 acres. I'd be like, hey there, neighbor.
This might be a little off topic, but I also like Colorado, like the mountains.
Oh my God.
I mean, I would love to live up in those mountains.
So I wouldn't want to live in those mountains, but if I had can I tell you something? The first time when we went to Sundance and went to Utah, it was the first time that I had seen winter mountains. Like I've seen.
You ain't never been skiing with other people?
No. Up at Four Lakes Village in Lyle or Michigan, but not on the mountain. You crazy. You think, first of all, I couldn't stop coming off a hill. You thought I was getting ready to get on a mountain. And then when they said, this is the bunny hill. Oh, no. Now, you know who could ski?
Who?
You know who could ski his ass off? Fat Boy.
All you got to do is remember pizza slice.
Nah, I tried that. Them bad boys crossed. And I was like, how is this supposed to work? Nah. Swill, excellent skier.
Yeah, right. That's weird.
Let me tell you what. Swill had all of the... Almost got me! Swill was the blackest demelanated kid experience in the whole entire world. His mother made sure that he did everything that demelanated kids don't do. And I'm here to tell you, that boy, man, you know why he got that little lean lock with the walk? That's not a pimp. That's a ski limp.
A ski limp.
It's not a pimp. It's a ski limp, right? But I'm telling you. So I do think. Have you like when I saw the mountains in Utah, and I was like, is that for like you see those paintings and you be like, this is corny until you were like, oh my God, that's real. Like I was literally like, I think the dude in the car with the driver was like, what's your problem, dude? I'm like, no. Like that, like to see the mountains with the snow, with the cap, with
I love topography, like just the way that things look. Like
who Fergie?
Like the lay of the land. Like,
okay, thank you.
We got farm, flat land here
I told
in Illinois.
you,
Like
the last time I've started to appreciate nature. Like I was riding with my cousin home from Champaign, and it used to be the most boring ride. And then one day I just saw the things waving, the corn was just waving. Mm-hmm. And then it was like the sky was so blue. And then it was like the clouds was so, and I was just like, this is the great prairie. This
Straight
is
up.
like, this is what they saw. Like, you can find,
this is why they took the land from the natives.
Right. Yes. Like, I'll never forget the first time I saw cherry blossoms.
I saw those in D.C. for the first time. Where you see them at?
D.C.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I was driving the thing, like the river, and I was just like, this is not supposed to make sense to me. And then, like, have you been seeing Tennille's pictures
of
her garden?
She sent me some.
So I be looking at Tennille's pictures, and I used to be like,
she's a scientist.
No, she
with
ain't.
The garden.
She out here.
Maybe she got sun zones.
Don't get me started.
She's a scientist. She's a what do you is a botanist only plants like?
Yeah, she a botanist.
She a botanist, but also a vegetable person. What you call them? A gardener?
Vegetarian.
No, like a botanist is like a plant. But what do you call? Is there one for like vegetables? Is it a gardener? You know
I don't know, but
that's what she is.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna be in her garden because I went to Mariano's yesterday, and do you know what it took for me to find a decent tomato and a decent green pepper?
Probably $5 each.
7 items, $75.
Right.
Yes, I'm here to tell you.
Does anybody else remember when cucumbers was 2 for $1?
Weco messed up the cucumber.
Oh.
y'all do on purpose them bad boys. Look, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, plus DJ Riis the Ruler. Hey, I want to know, do we want to talk about Kim? Oh, we got callers. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's up, caller? What ties you to Illinois? What's up?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, Ruthie? What's up, Riis?
Hold up. Get your hang up button ready. Get your hang up button ready, because if he come on here, if he talk about he is tied to him because of the Bears, we cutting him off. Like, we cutting him off. So go ahead. Mario, I got you, dog.
What ties me to Chicago is my lovely family, who, embraced me when I moved up here. Chicago's a dope place. I think we have to appreciate some of the things that Chicago offers, especially the infrastructure, the proximity to fresh water, and, you can acquire land. That's why we got to it's the politics. So I think Brother Tone had put in the chat, like, we have to take our knowledge of Illinois politics and apply it in other locations. And I think that will work best for us. So I will just say, don't abandon your birthright here in Chicago. Your ancestors have fought and bled to create this homestead. Teach your children how to keep that property. And then on the back end, get you some land down south. I would say that we don't need to go west of Texas. We just need to Texas, east, and the people on the East Coast, especially the Northeast, need to come back south. And that will give us a lot more leverage politically. And that's really what our existence, the barrier to us really living these thriving lives that we want. But we should be, moving back down south hey, if I ever leave Chicago, or when I leave Chicago, I'm going back to South Carolina, and that's it.
Get ready,
and
Reese. Get ready, Reese. Get ready. He gonna mess it up.
That's it, man.
Get ready, Reese.
I'm not, bro. Nah, dog. You know this. Hey, man. This is. I rock with Chicago heavy, man. And like I said, man. If y'all notice, Atlanta, a lot of Chicago people moved to Atlanta, and you know, Atlanta is really surrounded by a lot of red. So it's really not always what it's cracked up to be. Kind of like Texas too. So you got to know the ways and the culture of what you're moving into, because Chicago gives you a lot of comfort and leeway that you may not get in these other places. So Nashville blew up. Charlotte is nice. Charleston is nice. Columbia, Augusta. You know, anywhere in that Geechee Gullah corridor is where y'all can go. But outside of that, you know, it's kind of you on your own and you out of bounds. So, you know, other than that, man, Obsidian, see y'all on, hey, man, you got to let the people know how they can sign up and become membership. Membership has its privileges. And are we meeting this weekend? BP1, bro. Other than that, I'll let y'all later, man. Peace.
All right, Calendarly, hit it up. That's where it is. Tennille has put it in the chat. We'll have the Calendarly link up so you can set up your tours. Are we meeting for what? The meetings is supposed to be on the second Saturday. Now, are we gonna have coffee and donuts on and fellowship again and solve the world's problems without it being a meeting? Probably. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. But I want to know where my chapter presidents are that's supposed to be having their BP1 meetings in their respective places, right? Because it's the third Saturday, right? So third Saturday when you... Now,
July gone.
Right. July gone, and we're going to be looking for people who are looking to run for aldermen and committeemen.
How many signatures you need to get? Like
473.
473.
1,500. We could put 20 people on the ballot in a weekend.
Wow.
Just think about that, Ruthie. School board more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I got my training coming up too, so I'm about to be ready. Wait till I learn the roles and responsibilities. It's on.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Lord. I'm coming to them. Can we video those meetings, please?
Lord. I'll be cool. You know I gotta be cool.
I don't want to see the video. Look, Henry gonna be working against you in the meeting. He gonna be plotting. He gonna be the opposition. Like she over here rebel rousing. We had this school locked down. No, y'all better be on the same team. You check this out, man. Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all are crazy. All right, look, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I don't know. Do we want to talk about church red flags? Cause I do feel like the $100,000. Like if your preacher show up to church with $100,000 worth of jewelry, that should be a red flag. Like I'm just saying. Like now, y'all called it the African church. Tennille done researched it.
No, that not to be offensive, calling it the African church.
Well, okay, now African is not. There's nothing wrong with
not to be offensive, but we're just y'all know y'all be seeing them on YouTube. I'll find you some examples.
So, what are church red flags? Like, give us a call 872-259-74. And what?
A pastor in the Fendi suit, like the one who got robbed.
He having a Fendi suit?
That's how he became known as the bling bling pastor. He wore a Fendi suit.
So let me ask a question. Cause the person that buys a Fendi suit is usually an African.
And like a Fendi suit literally got the F's all over it.
That's usually an African. Like Africans wear the most stylish, like they wear the most
name brand,
but they are not scared to wear the flowery, like they wear like the fashion model fashion stuff.
I agree.
Right? Like, and so when you said it was a Fendi suit, like I feel like brothers will wear a Fendi suit to a party, not to church. Right? They'll do that just to be, but like for the pastor to be with all the gold too, because he could have brought the gold straight from Africa. Had it, let's talk about it. He might be an African. What's his name?
Lamore Miller Whitehead. But look at the article from The Guardian. Look how they did it. Thieves rob flashy New York preacher of $1 million in jewelry during online sermon.
I'm about to get into this online thing. He got $1 million worth of jewelry.
Remember when like maybe just like 4 people had to show up at the church in person to so you can get the tax breaks? Now you just streaming.
Oh, and my question is, so let me ask you a question. How many rings does your pastor have on for it to have to be a red flag? When we come back, we're going to talk about church red flags. Red flags when you go to church. This Kim Burrell video and the pastor getting robbed, we're going to show both of those videos. Then we're going to talk about it a little bit more. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, Ruthie Moore, and DJ Riis the Ruler. On the ones and the twos, we'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
He got the motto.
WBP, media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP, media's just for you and me.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness the history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media's the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know and we know. I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Terrorism.
This might be a small thing, kind of revolving around the situation that don't happen often. I mean, it's involving something that's scalding. Hot the topic is, it needs some resolving. It's kind of puzzling, sometimes solving. But after I thought about it, sent her to Walgreens to pick up a few things to stop me from stalling. Otherwise, I'ma be blunt, and she gon' be balling. And I don't need that, or her brother calling. Talking them fight words, now we gon' be brawling. I'm more of a stand-up, I don't be falling. For that okie doke, it's better dissolving. Call me a nice guy, yeah, I like nice things. It's best to stay away from chicks that's trifling. I'm not a rival, so I don't be rivaling. But end up in this scene, I won't be wifing, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like real, take heed to this wise tale.
Whether male or female, take heed to this wise tale.
Outside or in jail, take heed to this wise tale.
She got a secret, don't know where she keep it, don't know why she hide it, guess it's convenient. She like a zebra, two things at one time. It ain't black and white when you lived it a lifetime. She got a story, might be a fable, no categories. She don't like labels, she like a loner. Maybe she's selfish, something is fishy, but she don't like shellfish. She say that her phone broke and she need a new phone. She got a night job, now she got two phones, one for the pubic, one for the public. I Freudian slip, y'all, I think that you dug it. She got a curfew, she live in a group home, but she in Miami, getting her look on. She can't be truthful, not what she built for. Mouth might be useful, but nothing to kill for, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like Braille, take heed to this wise tale.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I really, really like that song. Take heed to this wise tale. Shout out to Abstract Mind State, Old School Ice Greed, and EP the Hellcat. I didn't realize my man Greg was also the DJ for Abstract Mind State. So next time I go to Miami, I gotta catch up with Greg. All right, y'all. DJ Greg D. Ruthie.
Yeah.
So you know I don't really get into this internet stuff that y'all be watching these videos because you go down a rabbit hole. Next thing you know, you be. So, but then, so you know I'm a church kid. So I saw this video. Have you heard of Kim? Who is Kim Burrell? So anyway, Kim Burrell. She had something. She was at church the other day, and I you know, y'all idea of church and my idea of church is a little different. And I know that it has evolved, and you know we are new and enlightened mode. And I ask you, can y'all go to church with your cousin? Y'all be like, yes. Apparently, she went with her cousin and her cousin's cousin because she kind of snapped off. I'm gonna play the video if y'all don't mind of Kim Burrell. At church, and here's what she had to say about some of the people. God don't like ugly. Here we go. All right, you ready? Riis, I'm not gonna switch. I'm gonna just.
Before we get friends, we have.
What is going on?
How long have you been broke? How many times have you changed your name on your light bill? How many of your bills in your little cousin's name? Do you live in a trailer home or a house? You know, you understand. And it's not about status or material things. It's just about choices. You know, life is different now. And, you know, we are at church. Thank God we're here. Those of us who are walking by faith without a mask and no vaccine. And so we honor the Lord. God is good. I respect all of the men of God here and respect you. Can y'all clap so I don't feel strange right about now? Hopefully we'll get a chance to meet each other when y'all invite me to come to your church. I'm not as expensive as I seem. And so, I don't know, maybe you got a little left over from your PPP loan. Prayer, praise, and power. You understand? Amen. Isn't the Lord great? Amen. Amen. And so, you know, I like coming here because the ground is already tilled with great personality like Dr. Karn. Because one thing I love about him, he's deep in the word, but he knows how to have great humanity. And most don't understand his personality because he is truth personified. And he tells the type of truth that makes most uncomfortable. Because who likes to be told you're just ugly? No one likes to be told that. You know, especially when they have realized it. All right. Most don't get offended until they know the bad thing about themselves. And then somebody else recognizes and says, oh, I saw the ugly too. I just wanted to let you know. So anyway, y'all get that later. God is great. All of you are beautiful. I haven't chosen anyone to be ugly yet.
God is good. God is great. You all look great. Most of you have on hats covering most of that anyway. Here's to you. I have a great personality. Okay, I'm going to sing. Daily I shall.
Okay, gotta ask you, Ruthie.
That's Riis first.
Why you ask Riis? Okay, Riis.
Clearly, this is somebody who seemed like they are having a mental health breakdown themselves.
You think she was having? You thought she was having a mental health breakdown, or do you think she was? See, I feel like sometimes people try to use the cover of church or cover of spirituality. Because did you see how many people was like amen? And
But
how
she
many
told people, let me hear you clap. Let me hear you clap.
But that's when the pastor, like, that ain't that when you're not supposed to clap? Like when the preacher say, "Oh, y'all gonna get quiet now." Don't say if you can't say amen, say ouch.
But I'm a contextual person, so I would need to listen to the whole thing. Like I'm just not. Don't give me a sound bite and have me pass, judgment. But the things that she was saying was so condescending. So condescending.
Now, why do you think she went there? You think because she arrived? She thinks she feels she's arrived. Like, I feel like that is actually symptomatic of church these days. Hold on. So this is what she had to say post. You ready? Let's do the post show. What you do? She done public and pubic.
Hello, everybody. This is Kim Burrell. I'm sorry. I mean it.
No, you don't.
Not from the letter, from my heart. I released a letter 2 days ago. It did not convey right at all. And I must tell you this. It was from an attorney that asked me to do it because the latter part, y'all know I know, it was offensive. It should have been. It was not my intent for it to be, but it was her wording to say they need to be aware because of the person you are and that. I said, nah. My friends called me and said, no, there are still people who are hurt from the part of them that they love about you. Come back. That's not the only reason I came back, because I still said, come on, but they didn't feel my heart. I came back because I do love you. This ain't about dates. This ain't about keeping my career. This is about keeping the love real. I love you guys so much. And I'm really, truly sorry. I did not want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. I don't plan on hurting you. And I pray that you will heal from this. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Wait and see. I do.
Okay, that was her second apology. Apparently, Ruthie, she issued a written apology.
I saw it.
I didn't, so I'm going to read it to you now. All right, you ready? Hold on, let me get some mute on that.
This is what she just apologized for. This letter Maze is about to read.
Okay. As a kingdom citizen and a woman of integrity, I can acknowledge that some of my words, even if said in jest, can be offensive. My intention is never to hurt anyone, but to spread love, laughter, and more importantly, the gift which God has given me in song. If anyone was offended, I sincerely say I apologize. With that being said, the irony in this is that those who are criticizing my statement are displaying the very thing that they have accused me of. However, it's not been humorous or in jest. My image has been used in multiple places and false statements and narratives have been created. The punitive damages for some are quite lofty. Please be mindful of what is both written and said via video about me, especially if it contains untruths. Slander and defamation are not taken lightly, especially if it affects my name, image, or brand. Those pages wherein vile comments and false narratives have been created have been noted, reported, and hopefully silenced. Again, I will apologize if anyone thought that my humor was malicious, but I will not under any circumstance tolerate harassment, slander, or for my character to be defamed. So, is that kitchen heat hot? Get out. Is that kettle black? Call it. Can I ask a question? And maybe I don't understand Kim Burrell. Who is she?
Singer. That's why I don't always knew Kim Burrell as a singer.
And what do you think was her motivation? And I know you said context.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm missing the context. That's why I'm like, I don't quite know. Cause
so, under what context does she say that? Because to me, that's pound cake. To me, that's Bill Cosby. To me, that is, oh, y'all niggas ain't up to me. Now,
well, you know, the internet, or as I like to say, the internets never forget. So subsequently, there have been other videos that have come out with her saying similarly controversial things about the parishioners, the people who are her parishioners, who are standing and sitting there. Now, because the internets never forget. So the one that you played was pretty mild in comparison to the one that I saw, because the internets never forget.
Well, send me the link to the one shit. What you doing? Send me the link. What we around here playing? So what I wanted to get into was red flags in churches, because Kim Burrell seems to me to be a red flag for a church, and I feel like I see people like that in church oftentimes. You know, big glasses, designer clothes, the whole lifestyle. You know, they are, the only difference between them and the world is the song that they sing. And that, to me, is a red flag. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be fashionable in church. You shouldn't look nice. You should not put on your Sunday best, even though Ruthie be having me feeling crazy now when I want to put on a suit to go to church, because she like, you don't have me talk about the slave history of y'all getting dressed up.
There's nothing wrong with dressing up and going to church.
Thank you. Because you know how you have
But people also should not be judged if they do not. That's my issue. Can't have it both ways.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Do you got to sit in a different section, though? Can we have like
away from the camera, because you messing up the optics.
Yes. Or you might smell like you was hanging with your cousin.
If you know what it smells like, then you know what it is.
Right, because you know we
That's
talk
why
about.
Somebody say, it smell like roach spray. How you know?
I be like, because I was around when they sprayed it. Damn it. I seen my cousin smoke. I know what that smell like. I'm telling you. Can I ask a question? Is this just me? When I was a kid, like, the first time I smelled cannabis as an adult, I was like, wait a minute.
They bogus.
Wait a minute. I was sitting in the back seat.
Called it catnip.
Wait up. And then they used to make the roll them, and they had the little roach things. And my mama would let me stay with the babysitter, and the babysitter had me back there getting contacts.
You was probably an active child. Needed to calm her mind down.
See, y'all tripping, man.
Look at Riis like, yup.
Man. All right, so let me ask you the social media, not the social media question of the day. What are red flags for the church? Did you send me the link, the video? Let me see, because we want to hear what else Kim Burrell had to say.
You probably don't want to hear it, but the red flags.
Riis, no, I want to hear it. Where you send it to?
Let's see if I can find it.
See, you
I ain't even want to spend time looking for it, Maze.
Okay, that's fine. I'll play it later on. I'll find it. All right. So then Riis and Ruthie, did you see the picture? What's Pastor Kincaid's name? What was the black pastor who got robbed while he was doing the church show? The pastor had on your pastor show up with $100,000 in jewelry. Should
Bishop
he get
Lamore Miller Whitehead?
Bishop Lamore Miller Whitehead. Now, what is he the bishop? What denomination is he bishop? Or is he one of those snakeskin hat wearing bishops? Where he, like, because if I was, Minister Mays, can I be Bishop Mays?
Okay, look, I found it. This is according to his bio from his website. Bishop Whitehead attended New York Theological Seminary and completed his studies with a certificate in ministries and human services. Studies with a certificate.
Degree certificate?
Hold on, Mays, in Ministry and Human Resources from the Theological Institution of Rising Hope, Incorporated.
Theological Institute of Rising Hope. I saw that place on the internet.
Hold on. He is a licensed New York chaplain and a certified marriage and funeral officiant.
I'm that. I'm that too. I can do weddings and funerals in my church. The church of the
One of the most challenging times in Bishop Whitehead's life came when he was illegally convicted and sentenced to 11 1/3 to 34 years in prison.
For?
Now, he don't put it
Pimpnology?
in here. He don't got it in here, but I heard it was for scamming. He did 6 years.
scamming and then he got a
His
church.
sentence was overturned. Yes, this says this experience is what propelled him to expand his ministry to include services that speak directly to prisoners serving lengthy symptoms.
Let me ask a question.
Sentences.
All right, so let me back up. How many members?
It was 25, and at the time he got robbed.
What they do?
And
They conceal carry. Did they get robbed too?
They knew what they was going after. But even when I look at these pictures on his website that he got, it ain't no more than 10, 20 people up in this church at one time.
Hold on, that's a church. Especially if you got some seniors with some pensions. That's a church. 10% of 10, 300 each. That's 3 stacks a week. All I need is 10.
Okay, I think he started his own. It says, established in 2013, it's called Leaders of Tomorrow International Churches, is a Bible-based, spirit-led extension of the body of Christ. Our ministry is led by integrity and compassion, and we work to impact the world for the kingdom of God. So this is his own thing.
I'm sorry. So, how many members do you have to be?
Look at this logo. Come on now, this your church? Red flag.
What's in it? I see Jesus. I see a dove. I see the
There's some stuff. This is wild.
He got a logo.
You can make up your own.
Do you know you can do that online though? You
What-
can tell them you want to
This
make a
is
crest,
wild.
a church crest. See, I bet someone would have hooked them up better.
Clearly, because this is bad.
Hey man,
This is a red flag. Look at the website.
Hey man, it's more websites than a lot of churches I've been to. So let me ask a question. You show up to church. How many members does it have to have before? How many people make it a red flag? Like if you show up to church and it's less than how many, is that a red flag?
Listen, I'm not going.
Come on.
I don't
How
really
many?
count the numbers, but
How
I'm
many?
just looking at everything else.
So if you ain't got a Sunday school board that said last week we had 20 in attendance, how do you know your church is real? What is a red flag if you walk into a church and it don't got what? Or it has what? And it's a red flag.
Oh, that's tough. Because I don't really look at it like that. Because I'm trying to ignore.
Be spiritual.
Yeah. So, well, okay. So I will. Okay. If your pastor is known as the bling bling pastor, that's a red flag. If you see,
What if you want to manifest the bling? No, to manifest all of what God shows favor to His children, and He wants you to brag. And I'm like, bling. I could justify that in the
You think
church.
God want us to brag like that?
Yes, I think God. I think when you say God did this for me, and He could do it for you for only $9.99 a week.
See, look, in His church vision, it says a church that honors the principles of tithing, so that we may experience the fullness of God's blessing.
See, and that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all go to the church with the blood, it's 40%. God will love you 4 times as much as His, because He only wants 10. See, I'm gonna ask a question. We gonna do this. I'm gonna do it on social media, and I'm gonna read y'all answers. But what are the red flags for a church, Ruthie? If I go to a church and it's a Bentley parked out front in a loading zone and no parking lot, I got an issue.
So the pastor got to be poor? Is that what y'all telling me?
Nope.
Not poor,
But he can't be paying the car note off the parishioners.
What if he had a previous
That's cool if he got another job.
Let us say like Elon Musk, so like they gotta have a prior.
No, black people want they want their pastor to have a shop car. So I'm just telling you, right?
When pastor car used to raise money to live pastor.
Man, I remember.
Yeah,
Come on now.
We definitely did.
Now let me tell you, we did at the Nazarene church, but you know what it was? They raised them. They raised them to get a Omni, a Dodge Omni. Do you know what that was? The equivalent of a Chevy Chevette. It was like a raise of $5,000, and he was proud to get it. Black folk, let me tell you, I had a pastor tell me he don't do domestic no more. When he said that, I was like, red flag.
He's upgraded his palate. He feels like as if he's
Foreign.
above that. He's feeling.
I mean, this pastor is trying to be like the rap pastor. Like even if you
pastor.
Yeah, like when I say the rap pastor, because he got all these pictures with a whole lot of rappers. Praying
for him.
He got on pink, yo.
Like
red flag. If your pastor got a pink robe, red flag.
I get it. I understand everybody need ministry. Like, so I'm not judging that aspect. Like, everybody need prayer. Everybody need ministry. But when you look at this, you can tell it's just, if you have a discerning spirit, you could tell something ain't right.
But you know, everybody needs Jesus.
Like, look who up here preaching. Like, what are we doing?
50 Cent, what? Do 50 got on it? He must have been acting an episode of.
Like, what are we doing?
50 is in the pulpit, y'all. 50 is in the pulpit. Oh yeah, that's a red flag. If you show up to church and Lil Murda is on the first row, that's a red flag.
And I'm not judging, but look at his wife. Like, they're just social media stars. This is what she always looks like. All the time.
Man, he went and got him a Real Housewife of the NBA.
Like, I ain't mad at him, but I teach his own. That's all I say, because I don't be judging nobody in their paths and they walk, but it just ain't for me.
Is that genuine?
He trying to be a celebrity pastor.
Amen. It's money in being a
he's
celebrity
a pastor, and because he's a well-known pastor, these celebrities reach out to him for prayer.
Yeah, they do.
And it's because he got money.
And it's
what he get that money from?
He get it from
He
them,
said
so he
got
can
his money from real estate, allegedly. That's where he make his money from.
He allows them to be repentant.
Look, he with Nas, and they can give a thing and do a little write-off.
Red flag. If Jay-Z is in the front row of your church, that's
good.
a red flag. Yeah,
he in the front row. He come there.
Hey, man.
I wouldn't mind that.
I'm telling you. This is the red flag.
So was Mace a red flag for you when he turned?
Yes,
so he can't change his life.
He can change his life,
but he can't be a pastor.
But I heard his sermon, Joe, and it's like you got to go to the seminary for that.
MC Hammer, red flag for you.
Red flag. Let's get it started. Oh, if you were in a previous life, a pimp, a hairdresser, or a car salesman, that is a red flag for me if you are a preacher. Just telling you. If you have more than one motherboard, that is a red flag for me.
What if they got a mother and then a baby mama would? No,
but there is.
Ooh, don't even get me started.
Yes, we got the mother's board and we got the baby mama's board.
The pimpery of the black church.
If the church.
The philandering that happens amongst these people that's supposed to be leading these flocks.
Victims. You know, the church is like honestly, if you look at it though, with all of the single moms, with lack of good examples of, like, you just put yourself in the fish barrel. It's like, it's almost, I'm gonna stop talking, because you know I be done told y'all some stuff about the churches. But yeah, we're gonna talk about red flags. I want you to give me a red flag. If your pastor show up in a Bentley and you drive a Chevy, Ruthie want to start sending it.
No, I sent you what you asked me to send you.
You want to send
it? But review it to see if you want to incorporate it.
We have to save it, because it's time to go. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm going to check it out, but I'll probably put it in my post. Don't forget, August 6th, today the site will be live for you to register your car for the Old School Car Show, Taco Tuesdays, as well as don't forget to sign up for your tour of Obsidian. We have space for 200 members. Membership ranges from $50 to $200 a month. $50, you ain't got no food ballet.
Hey, the Brooklyn pastor that got robbed, his sermon was on adversity as he was getting robbed.
Do you think he did it on purpose?
No, I think it was some divine intervention being like, okay, bro, this shtick you got going ain't working.
He was your celly. He owed his celly he took a pack of Raymond noodles before he left out.
Told me when you left out, you ain't gonna forget about me.
Right, now you all up here on TV. I took care of you. I protected you this whole time. Now you on TV with $100,000 worth of gold.
No. I think it was like $1 million, like close to $1 million.
On?
That they got up off of them. Like they had some very expensive adornments on, and guess what? Them people knew. They was probably watching the live stream, waiting on the right minute to come in.
Now. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. When your preacher get robbed in the pulpit, that, my friends, is a red flag. You think he gonna have people back in church next week?
What? He finna parlay this one all the way. He offered 50 bands for the people that did it. He said, bring me their heads. 50 bands.
Bring it back. I'll give you 50 bands and pray
Okay, he
for
didn't say bring me their heads, but he put 50 bands up. to catch the people.
I'm going to tell y'all what. That's some crazy mess. All right, look, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. For Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black.
Turn up the mic. I got through the whole show and did not say melanated challenge.
You actually did say it one time, but you was actually only stating statistics, so I didn't say that.
So that shit, I was counting.
Yeah,
I was
right.
reading the paper.
So that's why I was
reading the paper. That can't count.
But you did a good job, though.
Hey, man, look at that. Now we got to work on, we got to see if we can, okay, so $9. Should I do double or nothing tomorrow?
You go ahead.
Double or nothing tomorrow. We trying, I ain't double or nothing because they going to do something. You know, they'll mess around and do something. I'll be mad. Look, it is the Maze Jackson Show, though, but we got $9 in the kitty. Maybe, I don't know what we're going to do with it. Maybe I'll be like the pastor and start me a church, and this will be my tithe. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back tomorrow.
So bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson. Hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got